Laredo, take us out.
Take her out.
All right! Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go off-world. Geek out with us live where the nerdiness will thrive. Buckle up and let's go off-world. Toys, comics, pop culture news, movies and so much more. Matthew, Jesse, Curtis, and Sean are your guides on this fun-filled tour. Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go off-world. Let's go off-world. Let's go off-world. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go off-world tonight.
Woohoo! Welcome to OffWorld. Got me and my boy Joe. Joe, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I got that post-reveal wave adrenaline rush. Let's do this.
Beautiful.
Those figures get me so
the
excited.
Song says every Friday night. That is true. The part about Dooch and Sean being here, that's not true. Jesse will be here, but he'll be later. But we got a few people joining us. We're very happy to have a good crew to kind of talk about this new wave. First, we'll throw in from Saturday Day Live, we got Hedgehog himself, Jonathan. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm freaking pumped, man. I'm going
Yeah?
off-world.
You excited about this?
Yeah, they we'll get into it in a few minutes, but they sort of smashed the expectations that I had. We'll probably get into what we thought it might be and what our guesses were.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my guesses were, and they were wrong. And they were
Yeah, I
pretty
think there's
far
a lot
out
of empty bingo cards tonight. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, we've got as well as some Saturday Day Live representation. We got a lot of Legion's Lounge representation here tonight. So we will go ahead and bring on first the master of the figure obscura reviews, Bill the Dork Layer. Oh, there he is. Bill, how you doing?
Doing good. All pumped up.
Yeah, it's an exciting one. You're with us in the same boat, kind of seeing them for the first time, huh?
Yeah, I'm a pleb for once. No,
Yeah, well, it's been a whirlwind of the last couple hours, so we'll kind of look a little bit more detailed at these and get some more info. Next, we have got Nate Strong. Nate, how you doing?
Awesome. How
Rocking
much
the new Dork Layer
ass,
shirt?
right?
Look at that.
This shirt,
rocking
Yeah.
the dork later.
fantastic. From the
Very
Daves.
nice.
Dave
Designed
Orkin.
by David Williams, and the shirt's made by Dave Orkin. Looking
Yep.
good.
Such a good job.
Huge
Yeah.
shout out to those two guys. And how much ass does Jeremy DeWitt kick? That
He's
theme line
awesome, isn't he?
freaking rocks.
That song is great.
Right.
And then the man that we're going to probably be talking quite a bit about tonight, because man, he just put together some amazing photos.
Big time.
Trevor 1-6 Shooter Williams. Trevor, how you doing, sir?
Good. I'm just checking the Instagrams.
Beautiful.
Good. How are you guys?
Beautiful.
Good
Man,
wave, right?
It's a new
Fun,
wave.
right?
It's exciting. It's good
Color
stuff. So, well, kind of Hedgehog threw something out there beforehand, like what our expectations were or what our predictions were. Obviously, Trevor, you don't get to play this game as much as we do, but guys, did you predict any of this? Was any
Can I
of
say
this on
one
your
thing,
bingo
though?
cards? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Trevor.
yeah. Bill, I was just gonna say, Bill. I was watching your video, and I was like, as soon as you took out Azza, I was like, no, you had it, man. You had Azza in there. You had it.
But I mean, like, there's a couple things that I kind of nailed. One
Yes.
was I talked about how this is going to be a replacement of All-Stars 5 plus, All-Stars 6, where you have the extension wave. I talked numerous times about this being the extension wave that comes off, and coming off of Poxus, right? You have a lot of that kind of Poxus storyline, the Basilia stuff, Basilia characters, and like that whole thing. I did talk about the Knight builder set with the cloth, and then of course just the general idea of doing some 2.0s. So like I think like there was a lot of people like in that zone of like this is gonna be, a mid-year kind of smallish. It was smallish in that it didn't have a lot of new parts. It was a pretty big wave. It was actually a larger number of figures than I expected, but it was smallish in that it was like, it was kind of a lower key kind of wave.
Yeah, it's got a lot of figures though. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Large number of SKUs for sure.
Yeah.
9 total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only a large number of figures, but a large number of ones you got to get multiples of. Which
Yeah,
I wasn't
Builder,
expecting.
and that's been the theme
Several
of those
look-
plus
yeah.
waves. They've been kind of like builder centric, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If some of the people's predictions that we were going to be getting some big named 2.0 or second version characters that you might not have done that with, perhaps, because maybe you'd only need one of a big named character, but to get a lot of these in here that are definite builders, that was a big surprise to me.
Did you have anything that was on here predicted, Nate? Was there any of this that you expected, or is it all a surprise?
All surprise to me, to be honest. I don't spend a lot of time doing that. I love listening to everyone else do it, but I don't myself spend a lot of time doing that. So every single one of them was a fantastic surprise to me.
Gotcha. Well, Jonathan, you kind of started this off. Did you have anything on this list?
So eventually I sort of settled based on just the context of the introduction of the teases and things like that. I pretty much was like, all right, version 2s for sure. But I was expecting like kind of a smaller wave. Like earlier today, I went very small. I said 6 figures, 2 version 2s, 4 new figures, 3 dark, 3 light, and there you go. Some of that's there, but they smashed the number of figures and went a lot further than I thought they would go. I didn't really, make any guesses as far as which version 2s they would be. I would not have picked, for example, a gold skeleton 2. I never would have guessed that in a million years. So that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's out there for sure.
Huge shock. And a goblin that I would never have saw that coming at all.
I think, and we'll get to prices and stuff on each of the individual, but I think as much stuff is in there to keep that all in to the price that they've got it at, it's unbelievable.
Well, they dropped prices on some of the items. The deluxe figures went down in price, which is crazy these days. Like that's
I love that they said like throwback prices.
Yeah. Joe, did you have any of this? Was there any of this that you thought you were predicting?
Well, Curtis, I'm terrible at predictions. So I don't even try anymore. I think I'm 0 for 1,000 on predicting what they're going to come up with.
Well, I do know that when it came to the last figure Obscura, you said, I don't know what it's going to be, but I can tell you what it's not going to be. It's not going to be Anubis. That's what you told us.
Yeah.
So that's how good you are.
You were right.
That's how good I am at predictions. So I didn't predict any, but at this point, I am so comfortable that Eric knows what I want before I know what I want, that I already know that I'm going to like everything. When the wave comes out, every single reveal, I was like, wow, that's awesome. I can't wait to get it. So I don't know. It's not worth me predicting and being wrong when I already know I'm going to like everything. So yeah, they got me dialed in for sure. So I don't even need to.
We're going to take a look at all the figures in the wave. I did grab screenshots just in case Source Horseman goes down. As of right now, it is updated. It is working, but we'll see how long that lasts if everybody's flooding the site. I know we've got a lot of folks out in the chat. I'll try to keep up with the comments as much as I can and see what you guys got out there, but there's a lot of folks here and we got a lot to get through. So I'm probably going to miss some of them, but we appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And we'll hope to entertain you a bit. So let's get right into
if you could hit that like button, it's a little thing that helps us a lot. And if anybody's not subscribed, we are trying to get those subscribers numbers up. If we hit certain goals, we're gonna have some cool giveaways. So if you are interested in what we do here, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, and as Trevor says, it lets people know that we're on. I don't know how that works. I don't know the science behind it. I've tried to study it. I don't understand, but Trevor says that, so it has to be true.
Yeah.
So,
I've done the research, Curtis. So,
Algorithm.
trust me.
oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Just ask Shui.
Yeah, we've got somebody else joining the stream here. We've got
We're full.
Jeremy and Eric.
Oh, we're not full.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up,
So
boys?
that was pretty exciting. What was your guys' thoughts on the whole reveal? Thought it went well?
Seemed to go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the people were excited about it, at least from what we could see on there. So that, in turn, we were very excited.
Well, you didn't let him breathe. Like it was like boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Next.
Fire. Yeah.
I do have a
Yeah,
comment.
we couldn't breathe. It seemed like it was going to be a good pace until we got into it, and immediately. Well, by the way, we should say that the schedule that I wrote out for it, I forgot a figure. So I had us down to the 10 minutes, and then like 5 minutes before showtime or 10 minutes before showtime, Joe pointed out that I forgot the gold skeleton, which is totally appropriate, by the way.
Wow. Hello, Freud.
Dr. Freud. Yeah.
Hello,
Totally
Freud.
on brand. But yeah, it was a fast pace. No, I mean, I'm super excited for the wave. It's always tough. We talk about this with a wave like this. I mean, this is, obviously a wave that utilizes existing tooling. The benefit of that is that you're going to get this in hand so much quicker. We're absolutely targeting 12 months from end of pre-order, 12 months or less from end of pre-order to delivery. But balancing that with, those waves that are just filled with brand new parts, you're always going to have some people that's really what they want. People want a dragon. People want Otho. People want brand new parts. We got a lot of life in this line, everybody. Enjoy what this is. The things you are looking for, there's a lot more to be told in Mythos.
And some
Yeah,
people
always have
want
something cooking up.
parts in new colors, like original parts in new colors and stuff too. And this is the kind of wave that kind of hits hard on that,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
so the Cosmic Legion's Outpost Zaxius wave, that is hitting right now. The all-ins went out. The standard, the individual figures are going out. And that's a perfect example of a, again, I guess what we would call it a repaint wave, that people are getting that in hand and they're absolutely loving it. And, this feels very much like that. Yes, the parts may be familiar. The way they're being used are brand new. And let's be honest, a lot of these parts, they're new, but I mean, there are parts in here that aren't even fully in hand yet. So
Right, yeah.
this is a wave that people are going to have a lot of fun with.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it very much has that spirit of those old, those older waves that we were talking about, like, which I don't know, it goes back to the roots a little bit. I think like the way that in some of these newer waves, especially like Rising Suns and Necronominas, we're just pumping in so many new parts into the line, whereas really like the original DNA of this line was it was built on part sharing and part swapping and reuse, and we've been moving at such a quick pace, like we haven't had a chance to even do that with these new parts recently. So like we need to kind of like step back and breathe a little bit and like get a second life out of some of these parts, because that's part of the fun with this stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, if you get a new part and you only get it once, like it's only in that one colorway, whereas you see it in a brand new color, it brings a new life back to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and one of the beautiful things about this line is the amount of part swapping, customizing, things like that that people do. And you guys have given us just a ton of looks and different, ways to do these things, like even just in the photos that you showed. But then you go and, mix and match that with things that we already have in hand. And some of the things that we saw, Joe putting together where, well, this color armor is going to match this figure and that figure and stuff like that. and it just the possibilities become endless. So
yeah, a lot of thought goes
And
into.
I think that's I was just going to say, I think that's important too, is that not everybody is a customizer. So even though the parts are the same, I mean, anybody who's been collecting the line for a while will know you got two figures that the parts are almost exactly the same. They're two completely different figures. They don't feel like the same figures because the parts are the same. So I think for a lot of people, the repaints are, I mean, it's not a repaint, it's a new character. That's what it feels like, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great point about that not everybody's a customizer, because I think so many of the people that are that we see on the chats and things like that are more kind of like the hardcore base are heavily customizers. But yeah, I mean, we can't forget that too. Like for a lot of people who don't repaint these figures, like having that library of part, that part in 5 different colors is a huge asset. So yeah, like keeping that in mind as well, like really plays into a wave like this.
Yeah, and also, the types of characters that we did, an angel, a classic rogue character, a frost ogre. We had the parts to make those figures super cool. It wasn't like we were saying, well, this would be really cool. We'll put this part in, we'll put these feet in because we don't have leather boots. Like the parts we had really worked well to execute those figures. Yeah. Well, guys, we just wanted to jump on real quick. We actually have a lot of work ahead of us, so we've got to get going with some stuff we have to do. But I'll be tuning in tomorrow to check out what you guys are talking about. We just wanted to say thank you for doing the recap show and giving all of the Legionnaires who didn't get enough from us something that they can enjoy for the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Thanks for popping in.
Thank you guys. You crushed it.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Later.
All right. Well, that was fun. A little impromptu.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
Is it just me, or did at first those two guys just totally reminded me of a couple of color commentary guys in like an NFL game or a golf match or something?
Yeah, they just look like they were in that kind of like Howard Cosell kind of like environment. You know what I mean? Back in the 70s. Monday Night Football.
Yeah, as fast as they said they had to go with this. To me, it was super smooth.
Yeah, it's like when the game's over and they do the interviews afterwards and stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
It went pretty well. The way that we expected.
They're talking at halftime.
You hope that it's going to work out. And,
I will say this about the.
Thank God for Iosif, the Golden Spear, and he was really there for me.
So, like, one cool thing that they did. So, like, my perspective as somebody who likes to share toy news, I'm always like scrambling to figure out when they're gonna basically when Jeremy's gonna have 10 seconds to like post the photos to like either the website or the Facebook or the social medias, and it's like it's always like hard to predict when that's gonna happen. But this time they had the Joe Cam, and he was posting those during the Joe Cam, so I could like rely, as somebody who's like resharing this stuff, I could rely on like that Joe Cam moment to be like, okay, I'm going to step away here and I'm going to go wait for that to get posted, and then I can reshare those to, to my followers. So that actually, that kind of like cadence that they had with it worked really well this time.
Yep. Real smart.
I like the Joe Cam. As we go through this, I'm going to be really kind of looking at these hardcore for the first time, because I was just trying to keep up with everything and take screenshots, because sometimes afterwards you have everybody flood to the site and you don't know if it's gonna hold up or not. So I wanted to make sure that I had something for us to talk about. So I'm sitting there grabbing these screenshots and putting a slideshow together, and I didn't really get a good look at some of these. So I'm excited to kind of go through it one by one. So let's go ahead and pull it up, and we'll just kind of start where they started with the blue shield soldier. So not the red shield soldier. This is blue, and several different
totally
looks
different.
There. I mean, you've got kind of this, kind of valiant knight with the fancy feather kind of look. Then you've got the
Flamboyant Knight.
Yeah, this is kind of more reminiscent of the
Peacock
female Knight Builder look
Yep.
as far as the colors and everything.
Mhm.
And then you've got this this soft good look. So
Which
three
is-
separate
That's
looks.
a throwback to the version 1 deluxe.
Yeah,
right
the
there,
colors.
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
So
Dennis
I mean,
Boss, go to bed. Sorry.
So I mean, three different looks there, but obviously with the parts and everything,
Is
you
that a
could mix
Kmart
and match
reference?
these, a bunch of different ways. This was the sorry, wrong picture. We'll get to that in a second. But this is the overall loadout, which
Eh,
is just,
I wish it came with more.
yeah.
Meh.
I mean, yeah, this is just ridiculous.
So,
the amount of stuff this comes with.
Jeremy told me to
Seriously, only
purposely copy the original like setup, so it's like
Yeah.
the knight is in the same pose, and
Yeah.
Right.
but like I mean, like you couldn't I couldn't put the equipment in the same sort of arrangement because it was just it's way too
So
much stuff,
much.
man. It's just nuts. yeah.
So can we linger on this, because I haven't really had a huge opportunity to like sit here and look at that. So like you have 2 torsos, you
Mhm.
have 3 what do you call them, loincloth pieces, 4 different loincloth
4 because he's
pieces,
wearing one
right?
plus, yeah.
Yeah, you have 5 different heads.
Yep.
You have
Yep.
3 different sets of shoulder pauldrons, 3 different skirt like
Waist
belts.
pieces. Yep.
Like the cloth goods, actually an additional belt, so 4 different belts, just extra hands. This is just an absolute like
Yep.
treasure trove. Like this is the
Yeah.
new, if you get one figure and you want to really experience legions like the old barbarian, like this is the one. This is like amazing.
Yeah, I mean this figure by itself, like you said, if you only get one, you could take this and change it up, once a week or once a month, and
You can play with this forever.
throughout the year. You could have this have umpteen different looks, just with only having this one figure.
Is that a new spearhead, or have we seen that spearhead before?
I think that's new.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
that's
think
new.
it's anything
yeah.
we have in hand yet, for sure. But
Nope.
Right,
is it
definitely
on?
not in
Is it
hand,
with
yeah.
the Necro Wave? Any of those guys?
Could be. Yeah.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember.
I'm going to say this right now about it. Grab some Legion builders and hold on to them, because when this figure comes out, you might not be able to get, a lot of this one, but if you get 2 of this one and you have 5 Legion builders, you can just
Oh
dress them up.
yeah.
And I think that spear comes with the new Knights of Etheron weapons pack, and I'm
Okay.
so therefore I bet it does come with some of the characters too.
So this is a $60 figure with all of this stuff that comes with it. So
Yeah.
really great value. And like Joe's saying, you get a couple other builders if you picked up a couple Valiant Knights or you've got some other whatever, any kind of builders, you can throw these parts on there and really soup them up. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Valiant
this
Knight's a
is
slightly darker tint to it, but it still works. Like if you mix it up right,
Yeah.
it still looks really good.
It's kind of
in
cool.
fact,
Sometimes I kind of dig mixing up those silver armors,
yeah. And if you have any paint skill whatsoever, you can easily
Match
paint
it.
up those parts to match. Yeah.
And I will say that one thing
Spray
that
paint it,
came
as a
up
matter of fact.
when the Valiant Knight got reissued and sold out, really not reissued, but the full supply was issued for the Valiant Knight, and when that sold out very fast and people were getting upset about it, I was like, look, don't fret this, because the
Yeah.
Valiant Knight is gonna at some point just be another. It's just like it's just like the most basic version of all of these knights, and like this is a great example of that. Like this is cheaper than the current aftermarket of Valiant's probably still at like $80 or something, and this is well cheaper than that.
Well, I mean, like as soon as we get like Enoch and and Elijah and stuff in our hands, Andrew, it's going to be like, okay, well, it's like a Valiant Knight with extra soft goods, extra weapons, extra this, extra that, extra
At the same
hand
price,
yeah, for the exact same price. Now, obviously, this is more, but it's got a ton with it. And then I do want to pull up Trevor's photo with the 3 different looks here. So,
Sweet.
that's pretty much everything, guys. Thoughts on this one? We'll start at the top. Joe, this figure, what are your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. I have 3 of the original Night Builder just because it was so fun to play with, you know, and to use the parts for other figures and things like that. And I'm thinking the same thing with this one. I'm going to be picking it up. I'm going to, you know, I've got quite a few Legion builders that have just been sitting, you know, that maybe I was going to use for custom and things like that, that I might just hold on to them now so that I can, swap these parts in and out. Throw that soft goods on a Valiant Knight, you know, just there's a lot of things that you can do with it. It's going to be like the kind of figure where I'll make one for the display because I'm a completist, and then I'll probably just wash through the rest of my figures and see what parts I can throw in with other figures to make them even cooler.
Totally can see that. Hedgehog, thoughts on this one?
1 second, buddy.
Okay, we'll go to Bill.
Yeah, so this actually, I always talk about Noobnik as being my first review for Legions, and that was actually my first video review. But my first, I used to do reviews on RetroZap that were like written reviews. So actually, my first Legions review is this, which was my first Legions figure. It was the original Night Builder, Covenant Night Builder. So this hits home for me, like, because this is a revisit to my first Legions figure. So super pumped.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Hedgehog, we'll back to you.
Yeah, sorry, my daughter was coming to say goodnight.
Oh, you're fine.
She didn't want to be on camera. I'm super excited about this release for a couple of different reasons. One, I never got that original Deluxe Night Builder set, so I've been hoping for a long time, and I knew eventually they would put out a new version of it. It's even more packed than I hope it would be. 2 of my favorite pop and swap figures of all time are the Black Knight and Sir Owain. And this guy fills the role of like Sir Owain plus about 1,000 others. And even with somebody with like pretty rudimentary painting skills like myself, I'm looking forward to getting a set with all these different pieces and trying out new things with all the pieces of armor. Like, it's like you guys were saying, this set is like endless hours of fun in one package. Like, if you just got one thing and just got this set, you could be busy for a long time. I'm super excited about this.
All right, Nate.
Yeah, I never had this figure either, and I was always a big fan, and I still am, of the Red Shield Soldier. I think that's an awesome night pack. This one just takes it to a whole new level. I've always been a really big fan of the female version of this. I think she's a beautiful figure, beautiful colors. So I'm super pumped about it. And it's funny that when this came out, one of my first things I put in the chat that I reacted to is, hey, somebody better call Joe Russo and make sure he's okay. And ironically enough, the next figure they revealed was the one that was really for him. So, yeah, awesome figure, beautiful photo. Trevor, I have to ask, is that a goblin there? One of the new goblins?
It looks like it.
It is.
He snuck it in.
Yeah, I snuck it in, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, I don't know how he was going to reveal these, but I figured even if it was first, it would be like,
that's cool,
a little teaser or something. I don't know.
So beautiful. I mean, Trevor, all of these photos came out amazing, but can you talk a little bit about this one here?
Yeah, so I wanted to have them all in, and you can do a lot with Photoshop. Like I could have just taken one. Well, first of all, like popping and swapping these things, it's there's some pieces here that are a little delicate. Not everything is production, and they're hand painted, so you don't want to So I took a couple of Valiant Knights that I had, and I did have to alter like the look of them in Photoshop to shine them up to make them look like the same body. But they are the ones in the back are just Valiant Knights, hooked up with some parts and stuff here and there. So you can tell, like, you can have 3 figures if you've got a couple of Valiant Knights, and they look really, really good. Yeah, everything was great. This the plume on that knight is a printed piece. It's a resin piece, and it was broken in the box. I didn't break it when I opened it up. It was broken, so I had to glue it. And then everything was fine. It lasted through all the turn pictures, lasted through this picture until I was just done with this picture. and I don't know, something happened where he just like lost his balance and fell over and it cracked again. So that was that. But this is a great set. I have the 1.0 set thanks to my friend Steph. Hooked me up with that. I have the 2.0 set, and it's cool to see those next to each other. You know what I mean? The new teal blue and the new blue and yellow look next to each other, like Joe showed tonight on the Joe Cam. It's a really cool set, man. It's just great. And you got blue shield, you got red shield. One night makes you larger, one night makes you small. I'm not sure which, but
yeah, I love the Dio pieces that you've got here. And I don't know, I know some of this stuff you work on your own, some of them you commission and stuff, but
this is 90% Citron. I think I'm saying his name is Citron. Probably not Citron Stube. I bought Stube. I bought his dial that he made a couple of years ago. Man, it's just a beautiful piece of work.
It's the piece you've had at Legions Con, right?
I did. I've had Legions Con. Yeah, if you've been to the last couple of Legions Con, I've had it there. But
it's amazing.
It's just like so many parts that you can like compile into different,
I love like down in this corner down here with the little moss kind of growing there, like just enough, like the way where you got it in the photo.
That is one of that is my lion head fountain.
Drunk Gizmo.
Oh, nice.
From Drunk Gizmo. Yep.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah, and I try to get that in there, and I had it in the background. I'm like, I'm gonna get this in. Because I did get it into one photo already. One of the All Stars, I think. Yeah, All Star Waves. I think it was the last one. And I had it in the back, and I'm like, it's a little too much, but I'm going to get it into a shot. I promise.
Well, I love this little part. Like this part is cool.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It just brings it out some of the realism, and then you got the vines up here, and then just them charging at this shadowy figure that we then find out later is one of the new goblins that we're getting. Yeah. So
that's the challenge with this stuff is like with Noble Bear, like I was telling Bill, like it's all in one kind of like. Well, you get two environments. You got the snow environment for the Noble Bear, and then you had the Sons of the Red Star and sort of the city shadowy environment. And in this one, there's like multiple stories for each character. So like you kind of got to do, at least I feel like I have to do like different situations for all of them. So
yeah, I mean you killed it.
So when this comes out, are you going to do a photo of them being covered with rocks? And the goblin,
the goblin one we'll see is in the cave. Cave. I don't want to take up too much time with this, but I did think like maybe I'll have them just like, like running from falling rocks or something like Indiana Jones. But I'm like, nah.
Well, awesome figure, great job, Trevor. And I just want to say for myself, I'm proud that I made it through that figure and didn't make one joke about Trevor and the blue. So there you go.
Well, you almost did.
No, I'm congratulating myself for making it through. So.
Well,
don't worry.
Because you clicked off of it. Because you clicked off of it, so you're technically you made it through. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Next one, we have got a Goblin 2-pack, and we've got a couple different looks here, but there's a lot of parts in this that you can kind of mix and match. I think one of the parts that I did see. One thing in the chat that people were talking about is this torso, which is like the Poxus one. Excited to get that. Some new parts with the arms. These bear arms are new, as well as the legs. So some new stuff, new head sculpts, obviously, some soft goods. Then you had these looks as well. And then we found out that these characters have names. They do not have the names up on this sheet. I do have it here. Let me pull this up.
Mock.
So yeah, we've got Dobin, Mock, Kirby, and Patar. So some nice tributes to the Malignancy group, and some of the Goblin lovers out there. And I see that. Mock has even changed his name now. So he's officially Mock.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He was I was messaging him with him. I'm sure a lot of people were, but I was messaging with Mock while that was going on, and he was like flabbergasted. He's like, for the first time in my life, I'm speechless. So like, how cool is that?
I did see he made a comment that said it's fitting that the character doesn't have pupils because he can't pay eyes worth of crap.
A cask
So,
of wine would have been cool though.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the first 3D parts maker to make a tomato pie? Third party.
That's
tomato pie.
a good question.
Yeah, a bottle of wine.
Oh, hold on a
Wine
second.
cask.
That belt is new, huh? That skirt.
This is
Yeah.
that piece. Yeah.
I missed that earlier.
I love
I
that.
love
There are
the-
new parts in here.
Yeah,
I love
that
the
shield.
the two sides of that shield, like the dirty, scuffed up part, and then the other.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, it fits the story.
Then you've got these parts here.
Love this cape. This cape is great.
And then this is the shot from Trevor, and then the price on this one was $75, I believe. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So $75 for this set. Yeah, I mean, just a great deal. I know when they did the dwarf one, this past G-Con, it was, it seemed like that went over really well. And I think these 2-packs just offer a lot. When you just pick up that packaging, you can make a lot of different looks. So really cool. We'll go ahead and start with Nate this time. Nate, thoughts on this one?
Like I said at the top, I didn't hear anybody, myself included. I do speculate a touch to myself. Think of that we'd be getting a goblin in any way, shape, or form, and to get a huge pack like this completely blew my mind. Love the pieces, love the new sculpts. They did say that they've teased some of these sculpts, right? Is it in some of Nate's art, I'm imagining?
Probably.
Where it was?
Probably, yeah. I do remember the pig face, I think, in one of Nate's pieces, yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. And this photo is freaking stellar.
Oh, so good. Hedgehog, go to you.
I'm super excited. I'm a big Goblin fan myself.
Mhm.
I was, super excited to see that there were some, characters named after some of the members of the Malignancy group. I really do love the little brown little capes. I think are cool. I think they can be used in a lot of different ways to add some personality. And then the mock goblin here with the pig face there, that looks like a Gamorrean guard's like little brother or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said Gamorrean, and someone quickly corrected me. Gamorreans are orcs. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
How dare you?
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
In your canon.
Yeah, so rip that head off and put it on an orc body. Then.
Excuse me, Gamorreans are orcs.
Actually.
Bill, what are your thoughts on this one?
I'm a huge Goblins fan. It's like one of the things that really, like, once Advent came out, it made me dive deep into this line. So I love it. Noobnik and Thwick are probably my top 2 goblins. So seeing those heads come back is amazing. Some cloth goods with goblins now, like, just awesome stuff right here.
Yeah. Joe?
So I'm going to jump on the nerd train right now.
All right.
That orc head, they said, okay, Gamorreans are orcs. Well, in Lord of the Rings, orcs and goblins are technically the same thing. Goblin is just another name for orc. And it has kind of a classic look. I saw them depicted a lot like this when I was young because they were described as having wide, flat noses, right, in the books. So that was actually something that I was really excited about is I kind of want to pop and swap a Tolkien orc look, and this definitely gives the parts to do that.
Yeah.
I think Joe just the actually people.
Totally actually them. And yeah, that's how some of like the cartoons
and then came back and was like, you're right.
Yep. That's
early illustrations and stuff and all the D&D books and stuff. That's how orcs were kind of depicted. Yeah.
Just now, Joe was basically like, boom, suckers.
Well, to come in and throw his thoughts
they
on this,
started it.
We also have
They started
Greg
it,
in
right?
the house.
So,
Big
Greg.
Hey, Greg, what's up, dude?
What up? Just got home from the store.
Yeah. What
Hey,
do you
Greg,
think about this
420,
Goblin
dude,
2-pack?
$420 price. What do you think of that price?
It was very, very good number. It's a great number. It's a great number.
Yes,
Do I get undercoating with that though? I mean, can I get that? put on?
I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to Diego, see what we can do.
Tinting, window tinting, maybe. Can I get some window tinting on that?
That's going to cost you a little extra.
Shadow tinting.
I thought you might be
Shadow
disappointed. They didn't actually go higher.
Let me talk to my manager and see what I can do. I'll try.
I will say I was on the Mythic Minute with Jesse on Thursday, and he was talking about maybe them doing a goblin. And I said, if they do a goblin, I hope they just go crazy, like do something wild, And I would say this nose counts, and some
both
of the
noses,
the war paint on it, and they went out there.
The fact that it's a pack, like a pack, like the dwarf was, that's wild enough to me, let alone the stuff we're getting in it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yep.
People are talking about Greg's package.
Let's not gloss over the bare arms and thighs either.
Oh yeah,
I was already thinking
that's amazing.
That's huge.
With the Bastet lower arms and forearms and shins, we're almost to a naked goblin. So
yeah.
And who doesn't want a naked goblin?
Sounds like a party.
I know the goblin.
I don't know of anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe
some George Costanza type shots on the goblin.
Can I point something out here? So it looks like this set is going to come with the swig hooded type head. That particular head, I'm guessing, is a 1.0 neck peg like Swig's head. And then it's got the alternate neck peg. If you look in the loadout, so it looks like this is going to be one of those figures that comes with both the 1.0 and the 2.0 neck.
Yep,
which is always awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can swap them. Yep.
Yeah. And then this one comes with an alternate neck peg as well.
Yeah, and it comes with the forward neck. The Warrior neck type thing, which is what it's on it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And the first time we saw those boots in the Cosmic Wave, right? Everyone went crazy. Now we're getting them everywhere, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think that 2.0 neck. Can you go back? I think.
Oh, sorry.
That
this one.
The alternate. Nope. Go one more. The alternate 2.0 neck there. I'm gonna guess that's a stumpier. It looks stumpier. I think that's a new neck piece.
It looks shorter than the standard pivot.
Than the one that comes with the Valiant.
Getting on Valiant.
Right?
The Valiant Knight, yes, a little stumpier. Right? Yep.
Yeah, good eye, Bill.
It's slower. Yep.
His purple skirt there is really cool too. The color on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
There's a lot of purple love in this wave.
There sure is.
For sure.
And
then
wave.
Yeah, Joe was talking about these boots. They look great in this picture too, right up front there.
Sliding down that rock.
Yeah. Anything you want to say on this one, Trevor, as far as this photo?
No, I like this one. I always like the God light, which comes from the top, which is just the cave shot, and I love this stuff. It came together pretty well, and of course, Carver Customs, bowl, fire bowls came in handy again. It's just great. Yeah,
awesome.
Did you make all those boulders?
Love shooting it. No, that is a Dio I bought, and I am blanking on who I bought it from. I'm very sorry. I will try and find it before this is over. But it's a great Dio. It's just a big rock pile of stuff, and it's just perfect. Really well done. So yeah, I've used it using the gold skeleton shot too. You'll see it later. So
okay.
I'll find the next one they showed was Yosef of the Golden Spear.
Yeah.
So, and we found out that this was a tribute to our first enabler of the evening, Joe Russo. Really cool looking armor. I feel like this has a little shades of Big Greg's figure in it. Greg, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's going to be a great addition to my figure.
Yeah.
To fly around.
A little buddy.
A little buddy.
Maybe a little buddy for him. That's cool.
But
420. Speaking of Bud,
it's very cool.
So Eric Miller's in the chat right now, and he says that Joe still doesn't know about this.
Oh,
I didn't see Joe in the chat, and I was like, "Wow, he doesn't." I don't think he's here.
Yeah, he's on a bike ride or something like that. So
Oh, good
he's
lord!
not gonna-
Fitness,
What?
fitness
Yeah.
just crushes all your like happiness. Like,
10
what do you
o'clock at
do?
night.
Stop.
It's like, where did Hansel go in Zoolander? That's where Joe is right now. He's
I can
like
see a little.
skateboarding with the
I can
monk.
see a little fastball special with Sir Ukshak, right, Greg? Like,
a little
Gotcha.
fat-
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be good.
right?
You know what my
So,
favorite
yeah, I
part
mean,
of this reveal was? My favorite
that?
part was the first picture, the angelic, like atmosphere picture.
Yeah.
was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Stunning.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So this is cotton. There's a whole lot of. I've never done this before. It's a very ACBA staple type of thing. You know, Greg will know. Like people like use the cotton and angel hair or whatever for clouds and stuff. So this actually is like a shot of clouds with a castle in it, but then there's cotton and stuff in the front. So this is fun to do, man. I mean, I just wanted to do something that was a little bit showed that Cirrus, sort of, because I think they mentioned that with Gadriel, but like it's always been kind of like an abstract concept. But I love the idea that there's this like world above the clouds in the mountains or something that these
The fabric of our lives.
it is the fabric of our lives. Yeah, it feels good too.
And here's the loadout that comes with
It's the
that.
fruit of the loom.
So you've got the
Yeah,
one
that's a-
head with
that's a
the
nice
two different
loadout.
face plates, very much like the Xylernian guard.
Yep.
You've got then the Mercurian helmet painted up very
Interesting choice.
nicely. Love the paint apps on that.
Yeah.
And then that shield, same thing. You've got even the little like lettering or whatever around the shield painted, which I think we've got a good picture of here. So you really see the details on that shield pop. And then just a nice little accent piece with the soft goods, kind of matching in with the purple trim on the figure itself. So
Purple sash.
tucking it
Purple-
under
purple
that
sash.
collar is a really cool technique or whatever. It's unique.
yeah. Any other? I'm not going to go through everybody on every single one. We'll be here all night. But any other things that people want to comment on this one, or any other thoughts?
I just thought that the Mercurian head was an interesting choice as a head to include with a figure with this color scheme, but I like it. I really like the one picture without the wings. This one right here, sort of unexpected, like the combination of that shape of helmet with this color scheme. But I think it looks really cool.
It does look nice for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I'd love to see somebody try, and I don't know if you can in the the Xylonian guard head helmets. If you could drill a hole in the back of that and put that awesome plume from the new knight in it, I think would look pretty sweet with this character too.
Yeah, I could see that.
More guards for me.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm a huge fan of angel characters. I actually have 5 Gadriels in my collection.
Wow.
So yeah, but just one Gadriel and then ones with other heads popping swapped on them. But it's going to be so nice to be able to add more of a variety of angels to this. I'm really excited for this one. This was a big time.
Trevor, did you notice
on
if
my list.
this guy's wings match hers exactly? They pretty much
They
the
are
same
very,
look,
very
gold.
close. I didn't put them side by side, but they're very close. Yeah. I would say that they're, as close as you can get to a pure match to those. Yeah.
We've got Blake Wright in the house.
Does he look like Arnold Schwarzenegger right there?
All right.
Anybody else kind of see that? Like Arnold in
yeah.
a
Maybe.
I see it a bit. The face, yeah.
Angel Schwarzenegger.
Get to the clouds.
Another
I
Brad
think
tribute.
Get to the clouds.
It's
Get to
cool
the
that we're
cotton.
starting to get some of the magic effects in here too.
Give me your clothes and your wings.
I think the Xylernian head on this is perfect with the cross on there, and like it just looks so right.
Yeah.
With this character.
Yeah. I think this looks great as is, but then I'm gonna have to get an extra one for the one that Hedgehog's talking about. I mean, this is just this is too cool of a look to not.
I love
have
this
that
look.
well.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
badass, and it's going to go great with Syrup Jack.
Yeah, he'd be a
Two-
nice.
two
He'd
of
definitely
those.
be a nice
Is the
little buddy.
pearlescent
At least two of
similar to
those.
Sir Ignatius, or is it brighter?
They said was it? They said, didn't they say the Sir Ignatius was a little bit more yellowish, and this had more of a green.
Yeah.
To it.
Didn't Joe hold it up next to Sir Ignatius? Yeah.
So cool, awesome stuff.
Mhm.
Well, the next one I definitely did not have on my bingo card, and that was the Gold Skeleton 2. I never thought this was getting a version 2. So, but now he's upgraded with wings. So, what do we think about this guy?
It's got some Red Bull. He looks
Yeah.
amazing. I love
Adding
the
green?
story they came up with too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adding the greens to it just really transforms the whole thing.
Yeah, it does.
Scaphoid, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
look
like
at that photo.
scaphoid and the
Yeah.
gold skeleton and something else got all mashed up.
Yeah.
See, I've never been a huge Gold
That
Skeleton
shot
fan.
right there, man. That's
And
really good.
Yeah, this is what sells it for me. Like this shot is what it's like. Okay, all right, I gotta get it. Like that's just amazing. The light coming through the wings and that pose and everything is just.
It's just such a demonic character, you know what I mean? And when I
Mhm.
put the light behind it and it's shown through, I'm like, oh man, I gotta have this at like night, just like rising up. Like it's creepier, I think, because of the wings. You know what I mean? It's just like it does feel like an undead angel type of thing, like just a corrupted,
Kinda metal.
epoxicized, metal, totally metal
It
angel.
feels
for
like
sure.
the wings are like have some sort of light up feature in it. Like they just look.
They're,
like
they are. I mean, they are translucent. So I mean,
Yeah.
do have that translucency to them. So it's really good. It's cool, man. For photos, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think is going to be a sweet thing
Another
too
purple
is
sash.
to see
Not the
people
purple
making
sash.
almost like half dead angels. So using some of his parts on the Yosef figure, like a one golden arm and
So skeleton head and things like that.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's gonna be
skeleton
sweet.
arm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna have so many good like half undead like transforming characters. It's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, and his shield has the green like Yosef's has the purple like the runes or whatever.
Yeah, around it.
It's super cool.
Ah, look at
that's-
that
that's-
beautiful gold
that's-
skull. Sorry.
That sword in the middle, that's going on scaphoid. Like that is
Yeah,
that is
for
his
sure.
sword.
Now, this is one of the ones that we were talking about is a deluxe figure, but it's at a reduced price. So it's $40, which is only $3 more than a standard figure. So
with a set of wings.
with a set of wings, you've got the extra hands,
Oh.
extra feet, extra head. That's pretty dang good. And my favorite piece on this, you got the shield
Arm
clip
clip.
that goes around the
Yeah.
arm, not the whole
Nice.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get
I'm
them both.
actually happy.
You actually get them
Yeah.
both because the other one's on the shield itself. So
Oh, okay.
you get a choice of what you want.
Yeah, this
but I
is
think
what
it's there because of this is like kind of a Gold Skeleton 2.0, even though it's not exactly a Gold Skeleton 2.0. So they gave you that.
Give
Hey,
me that
Trevor.
wrist- give me that wrist one.
And
What can you tell us about like the gold color specifically? Is there anything like some other hues mixed in there? Is it super bright? Like what does the gold look like in person?
I'm trying to think of who has that off the top
Does
of my head.
Andrew,
I mean,
is it close to Andrew, or is it not similar?
I think
to that?
Andrew's a little more coppery than this. It's close to the Gold Skeleton. I mean, again, lighting
It's very close.
changes things, but right, like Greg, like you've seen it in person.
Yeah,
it's very close to the old.
It's very
Gold
close
Skeleton.
to the old one. Yeah.
So I mean, there's there's reddish undertones to it, but it's goldish. It's kind of a gold coppery color. But very much like the original Gold Skeleton. So I don't know. It's hard to say.
I want to pull up this.
I do
comment.
want to throw in this is. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I was just going to say I grabbed my desk figure for this. This is one of my just favorite play around with figures. So if anybody has got a gold knight hanging around, spare, hold on to them, and you can make a solid gold skeleton. Swap
All
out
right.
those copper looking
There you go.
Okay.
pieces.
There.
And
I like
I,
that.
I don't know. This is just one of my
I'm
fun
into it.
play around with figures. So
It looks like a ball of tissue in your internet, but it looks good.
Right.
yeah,
Sorry.
thanks for keep bringing that up, Trevor.
We'll take your word for
yeah,
it, Joe.
But he
We had
does
to
have his
censor that.
microphone in his screen, so that means he's professional.
I love you, Joe.
Joe was doing
Wanted to
freaky
pull
stuff
up
with that
this
figure.
comment
Yeah.
from
Thank
Joe.
you, thank
Says, Curtis, nothing about having feathered wings instead of bone wings on an undead. Is this not like a beard on a skeleton? I don't know how things work
it's like
in
feathers
Mythos.
on a skeleton.
No, I like
Which
this.
is
That these
weird.
are angels. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. Like I love the bone wings. I think it's just it's just a matter of like I don't know. It's
I mean, it's an
fantasy.
undead
God
skeleton, right?
damn it! It's fantasy.
It's fantasy,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mythos, I don't know. They grow
Beards look
beards
great
from their
on
skull
skeletons.
and they grow feathers
Yeah.
from their skeleton back. I don't know. I don't know how things work.
It's not science.
Right.
Science doesn't belong
It's
in
not
fantasy.
science. That's right.
Okay, and then let's see. The next one was the Frost Ogre, which man, I am super excited for.
Yeah,
This.
that's very dope.
So
Very
Like-
cool.
I just love anything in this color scheme, like Thalen, the Ice Troll, like anything in this color scheme. I absolutely love.
You mean blue?
Yep. Well, the powder blue and white mixed together. It's just yeah.
Yeah, these soft
Like, I
goods
just
look
wanna play with
rad.
this.
Starting
Wow,
to see the
no.
obsession.
That cape
and then
looks
he-
like it could be
and
like
he's
a
got
polar
an
bear skin rug.
alternate head. He's
It,
got
it really is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
he's got the set of pauldrons, 2 heads, soft goods. Like
I love this
thing-
look.
This thing's
I like-
loaded.
Yeah, I love this look. I love the
Yeah.
main look, but this to me is really cool.
Yeah, me too. And now we got to get Bodvar as a polar bear.
There you go.
There you go. Of course.
I think this is one I'm definitely going to have both of these looks. Like it's just
Yeah,
a must
For
have.
sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah, another builder character too, because these are like there are multiples of them guarding the vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this guy looks like a good guy, Frost Ogre, as opposed to the.
Well, not really. They're they're guarding the vampires, so depending on how you feel about vampires, they're
Well, I
they're-
know. I'm just that's part of the story, but I'm saying to me, if you didn't know his
Could be.
background, he looks like he could have been a good guy.
They're all individuals. They can
Like on
take
the,
their sides as they want to.
No,
really.
on Thalen's side, you know.
My
I
name is
mean-
George, and I'm a good frost. Oh,
I will pet him and call him
like you're
George.
getting like the Nate Barch set and an ogre for the price of just an ogre. Like it's so much stuff here.
Yeah, I love that we get 2, belts that go across the chest. Because if you don't want to double them up on one of these, then you've got it for another ogre you have.
Both 2 sets, 2 sets of bracers.
mhm.
Obviously both heads. Couple.
I love the look of everything
and-
painted up like leather too. It really changes
Yep.
Oh
the
yeah,
feeling of
yeah.
it.
This on the pauldrons looks amazing.
And I like the little purple touch
Even
on the
the
horns too,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
kind of like
Yeah.
Purple horns.
purple horn. There's a lot of purple.
And then this is the shot we got, which is just, chef's kiss. This thing is just beautiful.
Calendar.
I know
this is
we're
one of my
gonna-
favorite shots. Yeah,
Right here, December.
I
We're gonna get
love
to,
snow, so
yeah.
like it's
Same.
Yeah.
I know people are gonna be, loving that as a shot when we get to it later. But this one for me is perfect. I love this.
yeah. This came out really well. There's certain times like lighting with white and stuff, and you get the blue and a frost character in this, and it almost blends, but like he pops out, so it worked out really well. Like he looks like he fits that environment, and that
Yeah,
was fun.
100%.
Yeah.
It really feels like you have natural light on this, like you did it outside. Is
Thank you.
that just a setup that you used, or
Yep.
were you actually okay? Because
You
it's
didn't
totally
actually
like
go
an
into
outdoor
the
shot.
mountains, and
I did actually go into the mountains. This is why it takes a long time to get these done. Yeah, no, I kind of it's not rocket science, but I kind of developed this like outdoor feel.
it's not an
over the
easy
last
thing to
few
do.
years.
So, kudos.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's matching your background. You know what I mean? The lighting on the background. You want to match that to make it look like you're in the same environment. Otherwise, it sticks out like a sore thumb. that you're on, on a digital background. But there is like that rock in the background is a real rock, so it kind of blends with the rocks in the back, that is digital. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a little bit of an art to it.
You got the light on this side of the mountain, and then on that side of his face, and
exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
feels like they're
Beautiful.
in the same environment. Yep.
Yeah, I definitely need a couple of those. So, any other thoughts on this one, guys?
I just love ogres. I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I will say, and this is just a super minor nitpick critique.
Here we go.
Wait, can I guess?
Go ahead.
Weapon, the same weapon. Yeah.
I'm tired of these ogre weapons. Like they're just.
We need a little more variety in the weapon.
Yeah.
I would like to see a club, like Steph.
Yep.
Detour Customs and putting out some great major weapons, and I use that on my custom, like Frost Ogre, and I love them, like translucent, like ice. Like especially with this guy, like an ice.
Yeah, like this one right here.
Would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. The Ice Club. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Or just like a dwarf leg. I'd like him just to beat people with a dwarf. Just rip it off and use that to attack people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or a
but
log,
these
like
right
a
here-
log or something like that.
Yeah.
I think just a stick. I mean, they're not that bright.
It's log. It's log.
It's log.
Yeah.
It's big. It's
But
heavy.
like I said, minor nitpick. I love this. I'm definitely getting multiple.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, good call, Curtis.
That,
Like
that
I mean,
Wolf King,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
Wolf King
um,
hammer popper
and
would
next
look really
we
good with that
have,
there.
Yep.
I believe we said this was an Italian dish, right? Carpaccia.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I had that at
A little spicy.
Rigatoni. I think it's got some Parmesan on there. It's good. It's really
So yeah, I mean Jagualian and also just like basically your typical rogue character. I mean, you could throw any head on this, and
Yep.
it is just a perfect rogue character. And
Yeah.
obviously we do have a couple heads that come with this. You get this one, and then we have this one as well. And this is our second enabler tribute of the night, which I believe means that now they have more tribute figures than they do episodes. So that is that's a record. That's a record out there, guys. So
Congrats, boys.
Yeah.
Also, we got Blue
Yeah.
Dubon finally.
Blue Bond.
Blue Bond. Yeah.
He's gonna be my Papa
Yes.
Smurf.
This
So
is
that
for
enabler
Noah
is
Pratt.
Noah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I man, just like this shot I think is cool because you can see like all the little trinkets on his belt and everything and just the paint work on that.
The black and the brown is a great combination. I really
Yeah,
love
color
the
is
paint on
killer.
the Jagualian head.
Mhm.
I kind of thought this was going to be like really super popular. When I opened it up, I'm like, oh hell yeah, people are going to be all over this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's some remixed stuff, but like the cape looks great. I love that little. What was that from? Valak.
Valak,
Yep.
Yeah.
that collar piece. Yeah.
The collar piece. It just looks really good, and him being like a thief and stuff. I just like it.
Well, and those boots too. Like people have been wanting those
The boots.
without having to
Yeah.
tear apart a Marley. You know,
Dude, it's Puss in Boots. There it is.
Yeah.
It's right there.
This will also mix really well with the Legion's Con Chris and George set. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
dark- the,
Yep.
the earthy kind of tones. I think are gonna mix really well.
The
with
legs and arms for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah, I just think people are going to buy multiples of these just to have rogue characters throughout their collection.
Yeah.
Hiding in corners and whatever, doing all kinds of crazy things. So
Oh man, I'm gonna need more room.
Anybody that plays
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons, it's got to be familiar with a Tabaxi Rogue, and it's a very popular race class combo. And this one immediately hit that vibe for me, where I was like, "Oh man, I want this."
Wasn't that a Van Halen song, Tabaxi Road?
oh no.
David Lee
Oh,
Roth.
Tobacco Road. I'm sorry.
Okay. We've got 4 sets of hands with this. You've got a couple different belts. Did they? I see the keys there. Did they explain what the keys were for? I missed that.
thieving.
Okay.
He's a thief.
Tools.
So there's a story there that he
Master keys.
somebody got trapped in the by the vampires, and it's a whole story about how he broke them out, and him and his team
Gotcha.
broke them out. So yeah, he's a thief. It's like a key pick lock set, some type of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
What is it called, Joe? You know what I'm talking about. Thieves' tools.
Lockpicks.
Yeah, thieves' tools.
Oh,
yeah,
thieves'
exactly.
tools. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that type of thing. I mean, it's not exactly
Gotcha.
that, but yeah.
And then we've got this shot here running through the echelon too. Crash box call out. Guys, thoughts on this character?
He's
It's
awesome.
phenomenal. I mean, I just like everyone's saying a multiple buy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope when we get this cape, it's a little bit stronger wire than we've been. A lot of people are asking for. But
It's nice. It's actually it feels. I can't quite remember if it's stronger. It's there's times when like I just don't have enough time to like pay attention to these things, but like it did feel a little bit more like you can see the movement in it. It felt
the
a
shape
little
you
bit
got in
stronger.
it for this and the turn picture is awesome. So
Yeah, it felt a little bit better. Yeah.
cool.
It's interesting because like this is not direct from CJSM. Like since these are kind of, redone capes, I guess. Like they weren't like pressed, I guess, and things like that. So I don't know. They were in good shape, but just took a little more work than when they come from directly from CJ. But
Gotcha.
yeah, really nice, really nice. They may have hurt us on those wires. So
I have one nitpick on this one as well. Bill, you want to guess what my nitpick is on this one?
oh, Bill.
This one I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. What is it?
I feel like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, but as you're writing this story and you're writing it as this character, like it doesn't make sense to me that you throw those other heads in. Like it's cool, it's great as the person buying the toy, it's great that we're getting these extra looks, but it doesn't it doesn't match the bio in any way. Like it just
Well, no, he's got a
like,
team. It's him and a team. It's him and his like crew. So he does have a crew.
Okay, so is that are we playing
He
that
actually
those are
goes back to
well,
try and
this
save them. Yeah.
this guy, this Capacha, is this character, but then the other guys may have other names that we just don't know.
Exactly.
Scroll
Yeah,
up.
you can make. Yeah. There's something
Doesn't it
about
talk
his.
about his team in the bio?
Yeah,
I
it
think
says
the
that
team
he's
got
he's
captured.
part of a team. Yeah, but I
The
don't
entire
think it has
party was
other
captured by a band of frost ogres. The Jagulian was the only one to escape, and he forced to continue on alone. Sting passed to defend. Yeah.
So we just don't know who these other characters
So it's
are.
his team. Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
his team.
Okay.
So, you can take them. You can give them the same body, or I would imagine like mixing and matching these with other parts and stuff, and making a team out of them.
Yeah, like you said, Curtis, you could put almost any head on these guys. It's gonna look rad as fuck.
Yeah,
Blue Dubon's going to become a dwarf.
It felt very Legion's Con to
Smurf.
me. It's like, hey, this is the figure, but we're also going to throw in 15 other parts that don't relate to that bio, but that's how it felt to me. But now going through and with the team thing, that makes sense. So
Well, you got to pay attention a little bit,
Yeah,
I mean, I was busy, man.
Another thing I would like to see, though, Curtis, to that point, is like going back to the frost ogre weapons or the ogre weapons and stuff like that. Is like a snarling or open mouthed Jagulian face would be cool. Like mouth open, teeth bared.
That would be
That would be
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
But Headspack's coming
I
up,
like what-
I'm sure, at some point. So maybe we'll get something there.
Yeah, that'd be neat. We did get.
I like what
open
Greg
mouth
hit on,
vampire.
touched on with the Dubon head looking like a dwarf head. That would be a really cool like Druger assassin type.
Oh
character.
yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about
Or
that, but I could see that.
Yeah, that's a Smurf.
Or a Smurf.
Yeah, 100%.
It could be
Evil
Papa. Yeah,
Steven Smurf.
Yeah, we haven't seen Papa in a while. It might be him.
Do you guys remember the Smurf? It was SNL, and it was like an epic Smurf movie trailer. It was like a trailer for like live action Smurfs, and it was like super epic.
Want me to pull
I
it
do
up right
not.
now?
I do not.
Want me to share my screen?
No.
You have the steel case of that, don't you, Jonathan?
Oh yeah, I got the it's signed and everything.
All right.
Put a hologram on it.
We're gonna go on to the Shadow Centaur. So yeah, it's a centaur. I mean, I'm not this isn't my thing, so somebody else is gonna have to kind of talk about this one.
You like centaurs?
I
Awesome.
only had I traded away my fairy. In fact, I think gave it away. I don't know. I got rid of it because I'm not a centaur guy. So.
Well, you want to lay back and talk to us about this? Like, what's your problem with centaurs?
No, I don't know. It takes up a lot of.
You had a bad experience. With
space.
It
Okay,
doesn't do anything for me.
Okay.
So,
really?
Well, that's because you need bigger shelves.
Cool.
Can you go back to the first?
Come on, look at that guy. Come on.
So, one thing they did talk about is that you have the front armor and the back armor, and then you would have a saddle in the middle on a horse, but they didn't obviously think a saddle would be appropriate for a centaur, so they created this middle armor piece.
Yeah.
So
that would be very weird. Like,
kind of
they frown upon that.
Yeah, you don't ride a centaur. Yeah.
I kind of like.
I would ride on his shoulders.
Centaur rides.
Give me a shoulder ride like that.
Balance
feels like
would be
more respectful.
I don't
Like
know.
riding
Bill,
on
he's
the
got
handles of a
spikes on
bicycle.
his pauldron.
Yeah.
I like how they talked about with Afarius, since he's like a centaur, like in the woods. Like Afarius is very minimalist as far as the stuff he has on, and they were going in a different direction here with like a dark evil centaur. So he's just got like layers on layers on layers. Like right there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers going up from the legs up to the human body. So I like that. Okay, this one's going to be evil, so let's fit him out in a much different way, and I think it came off pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that head's really cool too.
Another sick shot too.
And look, a new head too.
The skin on this, Trevor, is it more of like a gray or a blue?
It's a little bit lighter than the other shadow elves, I have to say. So it's a little bit lighter. This is not a trick of the light or anything like that. It's a little bit lighter than the shadow.
To me, it looks kind of like the Xenothon, like the Stratos tribute. Is it
He's
not that gray? Or
he's bluer. He's bluer. He's bluer
than that. Okay.
Yeah. He is bluer than Xenothon. He is blue. It's blue, but it's a little. It's like a half a shade lighter than the dark elves.
It's like gray.
The shadow elves.
Gotcha. And I'm guessing these are because Afarius had brute scale parts on the upper torso and arms and stuff. So I'm guessing that's the same here, right? Brute scale.
Yep, all brute scale. Yep.
I want to get this and make him into a vampire centaur.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Any other thoughts on this one?
Awesome.
I just love these big imposing characters, like the centaurs. They just really stand out.
Again, total fantasy.
And
yeah, classic fantasy character.
Great.
That's a nice shot too. You've been doing some good shots, Trev.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Greg.
Yeah, you're going to get there one day.
I'm getting there. One of these
you're
days.
actually making he's doing these figures some justice.
Speaking of great shots, I think the one that stole the show was this one here. So I know
This is a lot of fun.
Trevor's got a roll here soon. Can you talk about this one though? Because I know even Eric was very impressed with this one.
Yeah, I'll wrap up with this one. I got to jump to another stream. I'm sorry, I had double booked myself, but I brought this up to Jeremy. I'm like, but I brought this up to Jeremy, and he's like, well, like Hagnon's such a Hagnon. I'm like, no, he has the skull sculpt. You know what I mean? Like it would work. I'm like, I want to do this. She's spirit bender. I want her to have her bending spirits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what else am I going to have her do? Because that's part of the story. So like, it was really fun to take these out. I hadn't even opened the blue Hagnons yet, and they look great. And just put a little blue light on them, and they look amazing, man. I mean, they come to life, so to speak.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I've got to say,
cemetery pieces that I printed. And
I've been bending spirits myself.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a bit of a bender myself.
I'm kind of on a bender right now.
I'm more of an air bender.
I gotta say, I think Jeremy does a lot of things right, but not questioning you on this. I think was a huge mistake on his part. Like, listen, you just remade Hagnons, right? Like the original one, and you had the blue Hagnon came out. You got Hagnons coming out the wazoo. People are ending up with Hagnons and mystery boxes and not knowing what to do with them. Now all of a sudden, you've got a reason. You got something to do with these.
Shit,
Hagnons.
I got to get more Hagnons now.
Right.
That's right. Exactly.
It's going to be the new Swig. People are going to be out there searching for Hagnon just to have them being raised from the grave. Like, just an amazing shot. Great job,
Thank
Trevor.
you. Yeah, she has that magic skull that kind of matched the color of that. So it was just like, wow, it's just going to, like be boom, boom, boom. She's bringing these things to life through that like magic.
She's going to do with those new with the new builders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the zombie builders.
Absolutely. I can't wait till those come out. I got so many shots in mind for those things, man. Forget about it. It's going to be great.
Awesome framing in the moon too.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fun shot. Yeah, this came out good. This is one of the last ones. She came in kind of last, and it was a little harried at that point, but came out pretty good.
Very nice. Well, appreciate it, Trevor. We'll see you on your other show that you're on.
I got a quick question for Trevor before he leaves, though.
Sure.
Yep.
And this is a serious question and not meant to be hurtful in any way. But the wizard, his translucent head, does it color match with the original Hagnon or the blue Hagnon? Because it looks like between,
it's more.
One photo, it looks. But
I would say it's more of I would say it's more of the original Hagnon.
Okay, because that's what it looked like in the parts. This displayed one. And that's why I was wondering, because it looks a little blue there, and it looked.
It's got more of a. It's got.
Original Hagnon.
Yeah, it's got more of a greenish tint to it than it's got a bluish tint to it. It's almost like non-colored, but I would say it trends more to the green than the blue. So I think it would match the original Hagnon a little bit better. So yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Joe snuck in getting you to talk about the last one too, Trey.
I know. All right, guys. Hey, this was great fun, and thank you for having me on. And I will see you guys
Monday
soon. Yeah, Monday.
Right.
We'll one or Legion's Lounge on Monday. I'm very tired.
See you then.
Get a lot of sleep. All right, see you guys.
He can't remember the name of his own show.
All right, back to Azza. So this is the, obviously we got the gold skeleton, we got the deluxe, builder, but this is the, kind of named character version 2 that we get. What do you guys think? Was this the version 2 that you were thinking that we were going to get? And did it, is it, what do you think of it? So whoever wants to start.
I was surprised that this, of all the version 2s that we could get, that this was one. But it makes sense based on the theme of the wave, Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's one of my favorite female, if not just any figure. It was beautiful, the first version, but they definitely upped it. I think this is an outstanding upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those early females, they have good stories, but they just weren't doing the great soft goods back then. Like their original soft goods were, left a little bit to be desired. So, I think, a lot of those females you could redo now with a version 2, throw some soft goods on it, and it's immediately going to be an improvement. But then you also give her this cool new staff and the, the book with the chain there and stuff. And the unhooded did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just about to buy a cape for the old one, and then I came into work and I saw this in a box, and I was like, "Oh, I am not buying that cape for $35."
I mean, this is a beautiful set of soft goods too, with the border around it and everything around, for the loin piece and the waist.
I think the custom cape is around the same price as the figure.
The figure, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just a cape. Like it's, you got the cape, you got the waist piece and the loin piece. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to keep my old one. I'm just going to upgrade it with these soft goods on the old one too, and have them
it is beautiful,
like sisters or something.
I wonder what the thinking is still giving us the plastic hoods though. I'm curious why they're doing that. We've gotten some capes in the recent, wizards that had the soft good hood.
I think I prefer the plastic hoods. I think I don't know. To me, I've kind of done, Bill had the little trick that he was talking about with, pulling it forward in the front and pinching it and all this and that. and you can get it to look okay with the fabric hood, but I just think, I don't know, it just looks better with to me.
Yeah, I think for some people that aren't as handy with soft goods like that, for like the real hoods to make them look good, sometimes this kind of is set up that way where it looks good regardless. Like you just add the other soft goods to it, and it kind of makes sense.
And great job of matching the color between the hood and the soft goods.
Yeah.
To where
They've always done a pretty good job with that. That always impresses me.
Yeah.
Can I just comment?
Sure.
I am one who likes the soft goods, and the reason why I like the soft goods is because it just gives you more versatility in posing. So if you want the figure looking off to the side a little bit, and you want the hood kind of tucked down, and it's like looking like there's this like very limited what you can do with posing the head when you have it's really just looking straight is the only way that makes it really look good. So when you have the cloth, it's more work, but you get a little more variety of posing. You can kind of have it like down over the eyes a little bit. Like there's just a little more variety.
Yeah, I like the heads that are unhooded, but you still have the hood, back behind you too.
Yeah, you can pull the hood down. Yeah, totally.
Right.
Yeah,
good look too.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I guess it depends on if you're just going to kind of put the figure in your display case, or if you're doing, toy photography, or you're going to set up some sort of scene with it or something. Then yeah, that definitely offers a little bit more versatility and stuff. So yeah, totally understand what you guys are saying.
Popping and swapping and trying out different figures.
Yeah.
Cool.
So of course, this is a beautiful figure.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. But this is the only one that I've got a little nitpick, I guess, like in a Curtis kind of way. It's a minor thing, but her face actually looks different. I know it's a different face, but I mean, she could be as a Spirit Bender's sister. I don't know. The face looks different enough from the original, that I kind of like it like that face. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, just different,
Yeah, I like it because now you can have three different. You could do like three sisters, like the three sisters, like the Spirit Benders, so I'm like,
right.
Like a
I had the soft goods and the old one, then you got two different ones here.
It's also almost like when you read comics and you get like, this run from 10 years ago and this run from now, and like the
different artist interpretation,
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I think she's a
complaint.
I'm sorry, what's that, Hedgehog?
But yeah.
I think she's a showstopper. I think this is the one figure that if you have never had a Mythic Legions before, you've heard about it, you don't really know what it is, and you walk up to a table and you see some figures and you see this sitting there, I think it catches your eye and you have to go see what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she looks incredible. I think you could charge $100 for this figure and nobody would blink an eye.
Yeah, I agree. I think this probably should have been the last reveal. I think this is the most impressive. I think this is the one that kind of is going to catch people and go, wow, that thing's amazing, and it's a version 2, and it's this huge upgrade. Nothing against the last one that we're going to show, but I think this one could have been like you said, the showstopper. So, but we do have one more, and I have no idea how to say this guy's name. Anybody?
Sway.
Okay. So here we go.
Worst Shway ever. Sorry.
Here we go. So there's the staff that we saw kind of in the little teaser image. He's a character after Jesse's heart. He's got a satchel. He's got all kinds of different crannies and nooks and things and gadgets and books and scrolls.
Yeah.
And this guy's carrying his whole life's work with him. So
speaking of nooks and crannies, I love how aged he looks in his face, like under his eyes. He's just kind of got that wrinkly, old, wizened,
Yeah.
I think that was a cool look to him.
This to me is 100% an adventuring wizard.
Yeah.
Like he's got a jacket, not robes. He's wearing boots, like he walks a lot of places. All he needs is a familiar, like a bird or something named Fang, so he could be Feng Shui. But
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
Brilliant.
I really like the look
lovely.
of this one. You know, just a great departure from the wizards that they've done so far. Is just as far as the look goes. He doesn't look like he's held up in a tower or a library. He looks
Different
like
feel.
he's actually out. You know, yeah, definitely.
Doing the
This
real work.
feels like it should be a deluxe figure. Like there's just a lot going on with
All these figures got a lot going on.
Good and like to get all this for $37, it kind of feels like same thing with when I saw Enoch for the first time. I'm like, are you kidding me? You get all this for $37? Like it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, incredible value.
Did they say so? The Force Ghost parts, that's the same color as like the Undead Builder pack, right? Or no?
Trevor was just talking about it. And
It's
he
close.
said that it's kind of like it's
The
not as
first
blue
one.
as this. It's more kind of like this, and it's more clear rather than colored. But if he had to lean one way or another, he said it was more green than blue.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Now I'm not sure which one it is.
So we'll have to see.
Do the photos have the like without the cloth goods? They showed that in the
They don't have that in here.
Yeah, Joe
it looks
held that up.
really cool. Like the
It
body
does.
underneath looks sick with the way it's painted up and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just
looked
a
like
basic
something
1.0,
Michael Jackson
2.0
would wear
body,
on
but-
stage.
Yeah, the cloth
That's
goods
true,
are
yeah.
really cool.
I do like, we talked earlier about the 1.0 boots. These are the 2.0 version of the same thing.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
the base underneath is gonna make for a cool pirate.
Yeah.
Like without the cloth goods, it's just the with the way the boots and the like the cloth pants and the arms.
Even with the cloth goods, just like the right
Yeah.
head swap on this thing
Yep.
would be a straight up pirate for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the kind of adventurer photo that Trevor did here.
Yeah,
So-
that's really cool.
And listen, I like this figure. I think there's a lot of value here. I just don't know that I end the wave with, old traveling man. Like that does, it doesn't have for me the pop as like finishing with Azza would have been.
I think it was more about the story than
Yeah.
the figure, I guess.
I might have started with him.
Yeah. But I mean, cool figure, a lot of stuff. The value for $37 is ridiculous. So, and then you get all of this. So 9 SKUs, 10 figures, lots of extra parts, $420 for an all-in.
$420.
And I know they were saying this on their show too, but the breadth of the variety of figures and sizes and factions and everything is awesome.
Yeah, good mix of, you got the goblin size, you got a dwarf size, you got a centaur, you got 2.0, 1.0, things with wings, ogres. Yeah,
Listen, a lot of folks complain it's the same is same parts and repaints, but there's a lot of new parts and there's a lot of new heads on here as well.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the stream, I think Jeremy said something to the effect of that there was something about the wave that felt like an old Mythic Legions waves, but had a lot of new stuff going into the future. It did kind of feel like that, maybe because it was just a bigger wave, and you had like all these different characters. There's something about it that made it feel like an old school wave, but there's a lot of new stuff going on here. And maybe my favorite part is just the colors. There's like really cool, some bright colors going on here that you don't always see.
And for folks that don't paint, all the repaints of the armors, that's what I'm really excited about, because I could just do a lot of pop and swap that I like to do. Throw a little extra head on there and you got something going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of pop and
You know,
swap,
I always
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a little bit of a delay again, of course. But
You're fine, Joe.
One of the I like to stay positive and always say positive things, but for the people that don't like the repaints, I gotta say, do you even collect legions, bro?
Yeah,
This has been
exactly.
a staple of the line from the beginning. Like, this is
Yeah,
not
but I
like a
think
new thing.
there's some trolls
Every way.
that's in
I
the
don't
chats.
even. I think it's so well done. The repaints are so well done that people don't even realize how much repaint is in Mythic Legions.
Right.
Yeah, and
The
even
line has
even
a
some of the
lot
stuff
of
that's
repaints.
repainted.
That's just what they do.
There's a lot of parts that we have seen, but we don't even have in hand yet. You know, both of those sets of boots that we talked about, the bare arms that we haven't gotten yet. There's a lot of these parts that, there's some repainting, but we don't even have them yet.
And
So
I'll say this: like, a lot of people want Mythic Legions or whatever toy line they're collecting. They want it to be something it's not. They think it should be something it's not. They want it to be this thing they want it to be. And if they don't comply with the demands of, like, I need this line to have shoulder, butterfly joints and double elbows. Like, it has to become this, or it's a failure. Like, there's these people who like believe in this kind of, like, I don't know, self demanding kind of like way.
Entitlement.
It's I mean, it's just not necessarily going to happen. Like, so, they're going to bring in some things and they're going to always be doing new parts and new things, but, like, at its heart, this line is a pop and swap line, and it's a line that has always been in, like, a lot of reuse. Like, it's just kind of the way it is. Like, it's
Right.
That's how you get the breadth of character.
You kind of like.
I just think we could have got All Stars. Talk about people complaining about new parts, right?
Yeah.
If we would have got All Stars,
this would have been that.
then you wouldn't
slot.
have had any. So
I think you got more
is
trolls than you did before now. You know, like,
well, there's more people, and but
it's just more people.
the
No
fact
money, no
that
problems.
because
It's
they're
like-
not all new, we're going to get
It's like
these,
complaining
like you
about
said.
paintings because they're all on canvas. You know,
Right.
you know, the Mona Lisa and the Scream are both on canvas. They should have done something different. Like they're both.
what do you mean I got to
amazing,
put this
you know?
puzzle together?
Guys, look at this. I got another freaking beer in an aluminum can. Can you read this?
Oh
why
my
not
God.
put it in plastic?
That's gross.
Right?
yeah,
They're so
What?
lazy.
Or
That's
clay.
not glass?
I need a clay bottles. Like, give me some variety here.
well, and there's a lot of figures in the line right now. There's more coming, and it's going to be, it's going to be coming fast and furious. And so maybe not everything in here is for you. You don't have to buy it. I mean, the all in is a great price.
Commitment.
The all in is a great price.
Phenomenal price.
But if you don't like everything, you can pick and choose what you do like. I mean, if you like this rogue type character and you want to get a few of those, and you like me, you like the Frost Ogre and you want to get a few of those, and you want to get some Goblin 2-packs, you can load up on multiples if you wanted to of single figures. And then the ones that don't really work for you, you can just not buy those.
Yeah, at the all-in price, these figures, it's like they're priced like a Target NECA figure each one.
Right.
Like, how crazy is that? That's
Get an
nuts.
all in for the price, and the one or maybe two you don't want, trade them off or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or use them for parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or give them to me.
that's
Yeah,
option.
and like everything we get in this line, we always hear people about, oh, they look so good, but we have to wait, well, yeah, but look at all the stuff we've got. I mean, I'm still having a blast playing with the recent stuff we've got, and we just got, Zaxius. We not too long ago got Poxus. Necro's coming, All-Star 6 is coming. We've got plenty to hold us over in between of the, in between.
Does everybody have a favorite? If you gotta pick one. First one that comes to your head.
Mine's the Frost Ogre. It's
Okay.
not even close. Like, I love that thing.
What do you got, Bill?
To me, it's a toss up between the Deluxe Knight and the Wizard. Like, those two are my tops.
A little bit cheating, but okay. Joe, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with Yosef, just because I've wanted another angel for so long that I'm genuinely excited about having, a new angel in my display.
Nate, what do you got, man?
I gotta be like Bill and waver between the deluxe night, but I'm gonna go with Kai Pacha as my.
Ooh, kitty cat.
I can't decide between those two guys.
That would be my number 2.
Greg, who you got, man? Gotta pick one.
No, I can't. I'm stuck between Carpaccia and the Malignancy.
Greg just likes the 420 price.
I do. I mean, you got me. All of them, 420. That's it. That's my go-to right there.
All right, I'll take Azza and Gold Skeleton too. I'll break my own rule. I'll pick them both.
There you go.
Yeah,
they're all phenomenal though, man.
The fact is, there's something for everybody. So find what you like, get that, enjoy it. So, yeah.
And
another
remember, even if you feel like you're not gonna like it, generally with Legions, when you get them in hand, you have a different feel than your initial impressions when you just see them.
It's Curtis's Cavalier rule.
Yeah. Wait till Jeremy and Joe V do their pop and swap show with these.
Yep.
We'll have you order multiple.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
And remember, like, take some time. Like, there's a whole month of a pre-order, and you don't have to like figure out exactly what you need right now. Like, like wait for that pop and swap video.
And if you can't do that, then we're gonna have
a couple figures. Like, plan it out and get what you want.
And then there'll be the retailers after that.
Yeah, we got a couple people saying Kai Pacha is their favorite. TJ Williams says it's like his D&D character brought to life in plastic.
Yeah,
sweet.
We've got a gold skeleton vote. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be something for everybody, including the Goblin fans. And that was a great swerve too, by the way. The whole Year of the Dwarf. And I'm like, come on, man. You don't even like these guys are just going to hear them talking about it for another year. Like, and then they did that swerve, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was kind of cool. Like Anthony had his moment with like the dwarf two pack, and then Mark comes in now and has his moment with the Goblin 2-pack. It's kind of the brothers. By the way, Mark House Seal, talk about skyrocketing to stardom from zero to tribute figure. Pretty impressive. That's got to be the quickest ride to tribute figure ever.
Well, I mean, it's no
wine.
mythic enablers, I mean, three basic tribute figures in a year. That's pretty dang good. But I mean, congrats to those Goblin guys. Like, and it's just an awesome set too. They're doing such a great job with these 2-pack sets. The two that they've done so far are just home runs completely.
Like right there, you got to buy 2 just for that right there.
Yeah.
Snout deep in a tomato pie.
There you go.
Exactly. Cask of wine. Philly's hat.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's any other thoughts on the wave, guys?
I'm gonna cut in real quick while the numbers are still decent. I'm looking now, we're at 298 subscribers, and we're gonna do a giveaway at 300. So if there's anybody in the chat that would like to subscribe, 2 people is all we need. And then we'll be doing a giveaway down the road. So we're hitting 300. So I just wanted to bring that up real quick while there was still a good amount of people in the chat.
Awesome.
We'd appreciate it. Thank you.
We do. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody that jumped in on here with us. I know Joe and I are going to kind of stick around for a little bit. We're going to do our normal kind of Friday thing. We're going to do a This Week in Theaters, maybe talk some other toys. You guys are more than welcome to hang out with us if you'd like to stay. If you've got to run, I understand it's been a long night as well. So, but I do appreciate everybody showing up. Let's shout out your channels and whatnot. Jonathan, where can people see you and what do you got going on?
Thanks, Curtis. Thanks for having me on. I'd love to chill for a little bit if that's cool.
Absolutely.
But you can find me tomorrow night, 6:00. The event was set up in the Cabal Saturday Day Live at our usual time now, 6 p.m. tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about. Probably just making some stuff up, whatever happens. Just kidding. We're going to be talking about these figures again tomorrow night. And we have a very special guest, my good buddy, Steph Delator from Detour Customs.
Steph,
man,
is going to be on. And I think we're going to have at least one cool giveaway. So please stop by 6 p.m. tomorrow night on my YouTube channel at Hedgehog Action, clothes optional.
Oh, very nice. We will definitely be there then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Bill, Bill, what you got going on?
So I found out that 2 weeks from now, my next Dork Lair, I got some other stuff going on. I'm going to be on Toy Domination, so there's going to be a little gap. Although next week I'm going to have an episode. I'm going to have Jesse DeStasio on from Toy Pizza because he's promoting his Toy Pizza Expo. So we will be on after the Legions ladies next week.
Okay.
I might stick around. I'm gonna grab another beer. I'm gonna pop off and grab another beer, but I will probably come back on in a couple minutes and talk some movies.
That's not a problem.
Cool.
Okay. Nate, you want to tell people what you got going on?
Hey guys. Yes, I know we skipped one episode, which put us out about a month. I think it's going to be, but for Legion's Lounge, we're going to be back on and hopefully back on our normal every other Monday schedule coming this Monday, the 3rd, I believe it is. So, yep.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I think the last time we saw you guys was after the amazing Pop and Swap contest, which was just a huge success. A lot of engagement in the community. So appreciate you guys for that, for sure.
Yeah, that was loads of fun. Appreciated all the awesome submissions. So it's always a good time. And yeah, the more stuff we keep getting in like this wave, I mean, it just, I just keep thinking in the back of my head too, like just wait till next year's Pop and Swap.
Yep.
I mean, insane.
Also check out Nate's Instagram at Corona4 on Instagram. Great photos, amazing photography. Check him out. Subscribe if you're not.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, it's a good way to just make your Instagram feed a lot cooler. So
thank you.
Greg,
yeah, thanks for having me on, and I think I might just hang too if that's cool.
That's totally fine.
All
Greg,
right.
you want to tell people where they can find you and what you got going on?
Find me on IG at Greg formerly Bootscale, and find me here at OffWorld 2.0.
Woohoo!
And that's
very nice.
It. And every once in a while, when I sneak into Wednesday at 4-ish Horseman o'clock.
So I see people in the chat talking about giveaways. We did hit 300 apparently, but we also said that when we hit it, we would do it on our next regularly scheduled episode. As far as our giveaway, I do see some people talking about maybe donating something. If you guys have something that you want to donate for a giveaway, hit me up. I will throw it up there, and we can definitely do that. But as far as the giveaways that we had, we will do it on our next regularly scheduled show, which I believe is the 14th of June. Because this week Jesse's got D&D, next week he's got D&D. 14th will be our next regularly scheduled show. So that's when I'll do our 300 giveaway. But Anthony, Chris, anybody else out there, if you've got something that you want to do a giveaway on, absolutely hit me up, and we'll get that on there. So
cool. High five on the 300 plus now.
Yeah, awesome. We're on our way.
Thank you.
Speaking of on your way, Jesse is on his way home from D&D, so you will see him here in a few minutes. So I will keep my phone open in case we get anything. And I'll tell you what, guys, I know normally we start the show with pickups, but if anybody's got anything that they want to show,
I do.
Let me be right back. I gotta get something, dude. I'll be right back.
Go ahead and grab that. Grab that one over there for me.
I cracked open Kador.
Ooh, nice. Now, did you have one before, or is that your first?
This is my first one, and I got it at the table shortly after the mystery boxes. So yeah, I got it at Shop the Curiosity. So my first Kador, not the flashiest figure, but it's a nice, fills a gap in my collection. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I know there's a huge push what was that? Back in 2021, I think, when I was first getting in the line, there was an all-star vote. What was that? I guess that was All-Stars 4.
Yeah.
And there was a big push for him to get the vote because there was just a real lack of bearskin torso and arms at the time. And people just wanted it for custom.
Torgen was like the only. Everybody was like picking apart Torgens at the time to like get that body.
They were. I bought. That's the funny part. I bought 3 Torgens, and I tore them all apart to make customs with. And then I saw Tomas, where he was doing his post with his son and stuff at the hospital, and they were showing the Torgen everywhere. And I was like, man, Torgen's just a really cool figure in and of itself. Like I need to, but I didn't have one left because I had customized them all. And at that point, he was going for like $100, so I had to pay extra to get one, even though I had 3 already that I tore apart. So, anything else, Bill? Anything you want to show?
I've had a bunch of other stuff, but I don't want to waste too much time with it.
Well, it looks like Greg's got something to show us. So, what you got there, Greg?
Oh, look at that!
Dreams do come true.
Yeah,
turtle set.
Turtle set.
You found somebody that was selling it, or what?
Got some things converted.
Nice.
And dreams do come true.
Yeah, I've been on the wait list, but no luck for me so far. So.
Did your wait list convert, Greg, or not?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it right away. Like like I was about to buy them, and they just waitlisted, and I jumped right in. A couple of them converted.
Well. Maybe there's hope then. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Maybe I got the one. I got Donatello, but yeah, I would love to get those other 3 because it's a great set. So beautiful.
Did you get the second set that came out?
I did not. It's not what I want. It's too cartoony. So
yeah, but all it is 4 head sculpts, and you have Mesco turtles.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't have some of the same accessories. It didn't.
Yeah.
It's
also I think it's gonna be a shorter run of those because
probably
not everybody hopped on, so
they sold out.
Much shorter availability time too.
If they it came with 4 mean heads, I think that animated set would be better because for 3 out of the 4 turtles, they have at least one like semi-serious or semi-mean face, and I think they look better. But then the 4th turtle, who is it? Mikey? I forget who it is. Maybe it's Don.
I think it was Don.
Had no mean face. They're all just like
they're
all like the shocked face, the smiley,
big eyes.
There is something to be said about the paint on these this first run. Like this just looks so damn good.
It is.
Awesome.
I can't wait to open these. I might take them to work tomorrow.
I'll probably give it a little bit longer and see if my wait list converts. If it doesn't, I'm probably just going to start buying them one at a time. Just, save up some money and, pull the trigger on one on eBay and then another one and so on and so forth. So
who do you have so far?
I just have Donatello right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. Man.
You might get a little better of a deal if you find one that's like missing like one of the accessories or something.
Of the 60 hands.
Yeah, because I don't need all that anyways. I mean, I'm just gonna put it in one pose, put it on my shelf, and be done with it. So Hedgehog, look like you went to grab something. You got something to show off?
I am very excited about this. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Silverhawk.
Ooh,
dude, these things.
Is that the Super 7?
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
very, very, very shiny.
The vac metal.
You're gonna make me spend money.
Yeah, me and you both, Curtis.
Dude,
holy moly, that looks so amazing.
Good. Dude, and I was, popping out like the wings and the arms and everything. Everything feels really good.
Yeah,
moves really well, pops out really well. But I mean, this is what it's about.
No flaking, no problems, no issues.
No, I mean, like he said, he's like, listen, like you have to be really careful with them. Blah 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 blah. It's not gonna.
Yeah,
he basically warned you that it's going to flake. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, but if it does one day, I don't care. I have to. I have to move them around.
Like
I have to put them on.
Put it on the shelf.
Did they go on sale yet?
Put it on the shelf.
they're not cheap.
These ones are not going to go on
Yeah.
sale, dude.
Yeah.
These ones are not going on sale.
Hey, first
That's
of all, I don't
over.
need you talking like that. I need you talking like they will go on sale. Like
Let me talk.
everything
Let me
else they
go to the
made.
back. Talk to my manager.
Oh, sure. Just kidding. I'll let me talk to my manager. Let me see what I can do.
Yes, please.
Best I can do is 20% more.
Can you put the other one up for a second?
Yeah, Steelheart.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because she's got kind of got like a little purplish tint to her, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah,
purple tint.
That's
Looks
amazing.
really good. That looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh gosh, that's so good.
It's
God,
these are the
that's
best
gonna make me
Silverhawks.
spend money.
I mean, not that there's been a lot. These are the best Silverhawks that have ever been made.
Dang you, John.
It's just repaints, right? That's really it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're so much better. Like,
No, I know. But I'm just trying to make.
It's almost like they're the ones that we wanted it to begin with.
That's what I.
what I'm saying, dude, is that I have the original Quicksilver Super 7 did.
Yeah.
And like I never even opened the box because he just doesn't look good in the box. He looks bad. Like it's completely
How much
different.
did those
now.
cost?
These were like what were these 60 each, I think?
Yeah.
Or maybe 60 and change.
Man,
They were
I wanna get rid
expensive,
of-
but they
I
weren't
wanna
nuts.
get rid of mine now.
So we got a great deal for you, Greg. 1 for 60 or 2 for 120.
Yeah, and watch the moment I buy them for full price, they're gonna fucking pop up for like $30.
Daily
I don't
deals.
know.
No, if
yes, daily deals.
they get expensive on the secondary market, they might do another run. Like with the Ghost Jaga was like $300 each for a while. They might do another run of him too. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think 2024 is going to be different. I don't think that they're loading up as much. Like
Yeah,
right now,
right.
I'm looking on Big Bad Toy Store. It's completely sold out. So,
Oh, it's sold out already.
I don't think you're going to see these for cheap. So,
yeah,
I wish, but
I was very happy because I
Yeah.
saw them. I saw them at PowerCon, I think it was, in person, and I thought they looked really cool. And I thought to myself, if they look like this when they come out, if they're this shiny, if the purple metal looks this cool, I'll be very happy and 100% satisfied so far.
yeah, Steelheart
Too
sold
bad,
out too.
too bad Power
So,
Cannon on did this year, so they would have been there. Probably would have been able to score a set over there.
all right, I guess I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for that.
Hey, let me know when you find a second set.
I will. Joe, you got anything for us?
I do. Well, I mean, with my internet, maybe you can't really tell, but
it's a box of
it's another
tissues.
swig.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Damn you,
Hold
Trevor.
on, let's clear buffering. Hold on, just don't move. Let it catch up.
Right.
Joe, why don't you
Wait a
plug your
second.
router into that all gold skeleton you have and see what happens?
Right. Maybe it'll.
Wait,
little
guys,
bit.
if we all don't talk,
But,
maybe he'll get a little bit of boost.
I don't even let my kids get on the internet while I'm on the show. It doesn't help. So I'm working on it though. I got to fix in the works.
I bet they love
But,
that.
I got another
Yeah, for
swig.
sure.
I got another swig coming. I got hopefully a lot more coming. I got this idea. I was chatting with Joe Suter and so because Jeremy said the 1,000 swigs, send them out as spies. I decided that I wanted to get one swig to put, because I display my figures by faction. So I just want one swig in the background of each faction, like he's hiding in the background spying on every faction. Now I'm chatting with Joe Suter and come up with this idea that when he's with the good factions, I want to pop and swap his head onto bodies that are appropriate for that faction. So like he's in disguise.
So you really
but
just need to
it's
swig
just gonna
head.
be his head. For some of them, for the good factions, yeah. There'll be an actual swig in the background of all the evil factions, and then like a swig in disguise in the. So that's what I'm working on right now. Is getting
So
enough
for
swigs
anybody
to,
out there that's customized a swig and put third-party parts on it, third-party head or something, and you've got an extra swig head laying around, hit Joe up. All right, Joe needs some head.
Absolutely. Right? So. So I don't know. It's fun. I'm always looking for an excuse to justify buying more figures, and I just thought this would be something fun to do with my display. So that's what I'm working on right now, is getting more swigs.
Nice.
All right. Nate, did you have anything to show off?
I do actually. Besides the amazing ancient Egyptian gods we all got,
Oh yeah.
those were freaking amazing. But this is kind of random stuff I got in, but I got a new a Deadpool.
Nice.
I've never owned a Deadpool.
Nice.
I thought he'd be fun to shoot.
What brand is that?
That's Hasbro. This is the Legacy
Marvel
Collection
Legend, okay.
version. Yep.
Gotcha.
I just got that same Deadpool in as well.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And I really have really slowed down on buying Black Series, but these guys were on one of their Hasbro sales. So I got a couple of these guys. Pretty fun,
Those look
pretty
great.
cool. So,
I muted you in case you're looking, Greg. You were opening it, but you can unmute whenever you need to. Awesome. Beautiful. Well, I've got a couple things to show. So one, I've been working on, I showed last week, I got the blue and red kind of electric Superman, which came with the Build-A-Figure part for Plastic Man, came with his torso. And I just decided to go out and get the rest of the figures so I could build it because I wanted a Plastic Man. So this is him. He has alternate arms that are like really long. One is like windy. The other one is just kind of out there. And then he's got an alternate head with a shorter neck. But I wanted him like this because this is kind of how I remember the Superpowers version. He just was a standard kind of standard proportions all around, except for he had a long neck. So I did hit this with some matte clear coat because he was just super shiny. Like it looked ridiculous. So, but he's cool Build-A-Figure if you can find all the parts to go with him.
Yeah.
I had to buy a crappy Batman that I didn't want. So if anybody needs a half black, half blue, weird Batman, let me know.
Were all those parts in the stores? Or did you
What's
have
that?
all them, like all those figures come out in the store? You got to find them online.
I got everything from Amazon with the exception of the red Superman, which was the platinum edition I had to buy from eBay. But everything else was off of Amazon. So, but speaking of Batman, listen, I give McFarlane a lot of shit for putting out 1 million Batmans. And I'm a Mafex guy through and through. Like, I think, pretty much once Mafex done a version of something, that's the best version, and I don't need another one. But I opened up this Nightfall Batman from McFarlane, and I think this is my favorite Batman I've ever had.
Wow.
It is the colors are perfect. It's kind of in my mind. It's like a combination of my favorite two Batmans as a kid. One was the Superpowers Batman, and the other one was, and I'm really dating myself with this one. It's called Pocket Heroes Mego figure. It's like a little tiny figure with like a rubber head and cape. It was like made in like 1978 or 1979. The cape on this has that same feel of that Mego one. And then it's got the same colors as that and the Superpowers one. So I love this thing so much so that I want to get like 3 or 4 more of them and just have them in like every room in my house. Like it is absolutely amazing. And I canceled because I've got the pre-order for the Mafex version of the Nightfall Batman. After seeing some reviews on it, I canceled my Mafex order, and this is going to be my preferred one. So,
wow.
Yeah, if you can find this thing, it's not easy to find, but if you can find that Nightfall version of Batman from McFarlane, it's awesome. Highly recommend.
Did you see the tumbler that went on sale this morning?
I did.
Pretty rad.
I was talking to fellow 2.0 member Alexander Deshaw, who was debating on buying that 2-seater tumbler. Does have if you want a Morgan Freeman action figure, it comes with a Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
Does it really?
I had the Amazon one was the camo version.
Yeah. So those movies,
$100.
I enjoyed those movies, but I don't need figures from those movies. Like
Morgan Freeman would be cool.
Yeah. But that's just not anything that I need figures or vehicles of. So Well, I see Jesse's been trying to get in. He's been in, he's out. Jesse, how's it going?
Jesse.
Good.
Do you have any toys that you'd like to show off this week?
Oh, hey now.
No.
All right.
All right, good night, folks.
So what'd you think of the reveal, man? Have you had time to check it out?
I haven't. I see.
D&D.
As a Spirit Bender 2 is the first thing I'm seeing here. I'm looking at these for the first time right now.
Oh, you should turn it off and let Curtis show them to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll start-
you want me to show them to you?
Oh, that would
Yeah,
be cool.
sure.
I mean, I think it would be cool.
Guys, I'm gonna head out real quick because I gotta go to work tomorrow and I gotta shower up and I'm kind of exhausted from all
right,
day
man.
today.
You got
Oh,
a few
sure. As
things
soon as
to
I
attend
get
to?
here, Greg has to conveniently leave.
Shady.
I'll stay 4 more minutes till 11.
I'm just
making an even
kidding. I'm
number.
just kidding, man.
No,
Stay for a minute.
I gotta stay now. Now I gotta stay. I'm just gonna sign
Stay-
off at 11 o'clock. I'm not gonna
Stay
say
for a
Sleep is
minute.
important.
I'm gonna do an Irish goodbye.
But you can't
all
tell
right,
us you're
let me-
leaving. That's not the Irish goodbye.
Let me
It's
share my
It's
screen
still 3
here.
minutes.
So,
Polish goodbye.
There you go.
Jesse, I will show you in the order in which they were revealed. We first got the Blue Shield Soldier. I'll just show you the Trevor photos. It comes with multiple different looks, so all 3 of these looks you can get from there. Huge loadout, $60. So basically, kind of an upgrade of the deluxe night
Oh, damn.
set.
What faction is that?
It is Leodicius. So
Odysseus.
yeah. So huge loadout, $60. Some soft goods, multiple torsos. Yeah, lots of parts.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
If you want any more detail on these reveals, go back and watch OffWorld. They do a
Yeah,
pretty good
OffWorld had a good
about,
show. Yeah.
you know.
Then we
Probably
got
one of their best
the-
shows they've
breakdown.
had so far.
We got the Malignancy of Gob
Probably.
Hollow, which is a 2-pack that comes with multiple different looks. And I will pull up this real quick because these are actually tributes
the names.
to some folks in the Malignancy. So you've got Dobin, Mock, which is how apparently Jeremy says Mark, Kirby, and Hakar. So
Awesome.
congrats to the Malignancy group there.
Super
And
cool.
then just showed kind of this Trevor photo. So
Beautiful.
they went a little crazy with that, which is cool.
Sort of like a mirror to the
uh,
dwarf set.
Yeah.
Bear goblin thighs. Yeah.
You got Joe's
Hot.
favorite of the wave, which is Yosef of the Golden Star, which is a new angel knight.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's a tribute to Joe Russo.
Okay.
So, there is the loadout here, and you'll notice that it's also got a painted Mercurian helmet, so you can have this look as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm surprised they
So
show the
there's that.
face. Like how do you sculpt the most beautiful man in Legions?
Yeah. Let's see. Then I think from there we went to the Gold Skeleton 2. So basically did a second version of the Gold Skeleton. They gave him some wings, and a purple sash. So there you go.
Nice.
Apparently, the gold skeleton is a gold skeleton because it's an angel skeleton. So
There you
they
go.
have some
Yep.
lore
Fallen
on it.
angel.
Pretty cool.
We got a Frost Ogre with a couple different looks. So you got
Sweet.
this head, as well as the kind of the Nate Barch repainted head.
Okay.
You get both the pauldrons with it and the belts and a couple different gauntlets with it and stuff for the $65 ogre price. So
Fan frickin' tastic.
let's see. From there, I think it was this guy, which is an Italian dish. We said carpaccio.
I think it's Spanish. Gazpacho.
They
Basically
serve
your
that at
standard
the
rogue,
Parmas.
but as a Jagualian. And he is a part of a team that has a couple other looks. So you got this one
Okay.
and that one as well.
Oh, Papa Smurf.
So good standard rogue build if you wanted to, make a rogue, and you can pop pretty much any head you wanted on there. And it's going to look nice.
Different. I need about a dozen of these.
Yep, it's a good one. Right. Then we went to my favorite. No, just kidding. The Shadow Centaur.
Oh, sweet.
So evil centaur guy. Lots of armor. There you go. I don't have much to say about that.
Oh, yeah.
Asa, you said you already kind of looked at, but great upgrade on soft goods, new weapon.
Oh, man,
just super cool. And probably the photo that everybody was in awe of is this one from Trevor. Yeah. Just an amazing photo of him, of Asa kind of summoning and resurrecting these Hagnons.
Uh-huh.
And the last figure of the night was this one here, which is Shui.
Yep, good job.
Shui.
Shui to go, Curtis.
Which is it's probably going to be your favorite because he's got a satchel.
I mean, come on.
He's got a satchel and some books and some nooks and some crannies and some papers and some scrolls.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was the last figure of the wave.
He also has a translucent head.
Yeah. Yes, he does have a translucent head here.
He's actually got a swatchel. Wait a minute. Maybe it's time for me to go to bed too.
I think it's a swatchel.
Yeah. All in, everything, 9 SKUs, 10 figures total, $420. So,
bam, right to the head, Jesse.
Yep.
Jesse just shotgunned the wave.
Yep.
Yep. I did forget one thing too on this one.
The dragon.
This look was also Jeremy said he is naming that one after Noah Pratt. So this is another enabler tribute.
Okay.
So 3 tributes this year if you're counting for the enablers. So we're just waiting on the last 2. So waiting on a Miller and a Wyatt. Maybe we'll get those in the next wave. So,
very cool. Did I see is Kai Pacha Flock?
He is. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and there's kind of a cool story there about the other members of his team getting captured, and so yeah, you'll enjoy that bio, I'm sure. So
nice.
Yeah. So that is the wave.
Cool. That is a killer wave. Look, yeah, Greg dipped. He dipped without saying goodbye. Even though he preempted us, I'll give him credit for the Irish goodbye on that one.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. With that, though, we were getting ready to go to This Week in Theaters. We did hit 300, by the way, Jesse. We said on our next regularly scheduled show, which is 6/14, we will be doing our 300 giveaway. So just FYI.
Oh, right. Yeah. We have that whole road.
Yeah.
Yep. We had a banner for that, didn't we? Or overlay. There we go.
I made a picture.
And we're at 306. So even if Curtis accidentally chases off a few, we're still okay.
Yeah. So we'll do.
I just
on the 14th. We'll do a Brother Mandibulus giveaway. Maybe throw a few more things in there. And then we'll keep going towards 500. So,
excellent.
Yeah,
pillows.
Yeah.
Will White looked really good in that photo.
Right now, we are going to see where we're traveling back in time. So this is This Week in Theaters, folks. We are time traveling back in time. We are going to go into a movie theater at the age that we're at now, not the age that we were at that year that we're going back to. We walk into a movie theater. There's 10 movies showing in the theater, top 10 that are available for that week, and we're going to pick one. So I'm going to hit the generate button, and it just went 2 years, went to 1984. So we are going to 1984.
I never read that.
I was 7.
Let's see. Week.
This week in 1984, I was 4.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not going to be 4 when you watch these movies. So, all right. So we're in 1984. We are looking for Maytober 31st. All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Number 1 at the box office, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
All right.
In 1935, Indiana Jones is tasked by Indian villagers with reclaiming a rock stolen from them by the secret cult beneath the catacombs of an ancient palace. Next, number 2 for that week, we've got The Natural. Middle-aged, unknown, comes seemingly out of nowhere to become a legendary baseball player with almost supernatural talent.
Shouldn't it be called The Supernatural then?
Maybe. I don't know. Next, we have Breakin', and I know what Jesse's going to be watching.
There we go.
A struggling young jazz dancer meets up with 2 break dancers. Together, they become the sensation of street crowds. Then we've got Romancing the Stone. A mousy romance novelist sets off for Colombia to ransom her kidnapped sister and soon finds herself in the middle of a dangerous adventure hunting for treasure with a mercenary rogue.
The 80s.
Then we have Police Academy 1, first of many. The mayor declares that anyone can enroll in the police academy, irrespective of their physical conditions or education level, and many misfits descend on the academy, including young troublemaker who's forced to apply or go to jail. Oh, Mahoney.
The 80s.
Next, we have 16 Candles. A girl's sweet 16 birthday is anything but special for her family forgets about her, and she suffers from every embarrassment possible. Then we have Firestarter. A couple who participated in a potent medical experiment gain telepathic ability, and then they have a child who is pyrokinetic. After that, we've got Footloose.
What a year! Holy shit!
This is a good week in theaters. Footloose. A city teenager moves to a small town where rock music and dancing have been banned, and his rebellious spirit shakes up the populace. And
populace in there.
Number 9, we've got Splash. A young man is reunited with a mermaid he briefly encountered as a boy and falls in love with her without knowing her secret. And number 10 at the box office, we've got Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. Amidst an heir of a respected Scottish family raised in African jungle by animals, finally returns to his state, only to realize that the difference between the two worlds is really significant. Imagine that.
Don't hold back with that tagline. Really significant.
Yes.
It's ironic too, because I have missing hair too. Actually, a lot of missing hair.
This is one notable. This is Spinal Tap is on this list as well, down at 14.
It is. Unfortunately, it is out of the top 10, so we cannot pick that one. But this is a good top 10. I'll go ahead and start, and we'll just work our way down. Man, what a list. I think I'm going to see Footloose. I was debating The Natural, but I think I'm going to go to Footloose. So
best song.
Yeah, I don't know. I think seeing that, I didn't see that in the theater. I think seeing it in the theater would be kind of neat. So, Jesse.
Much to Curtis's surprise, I'm going to see Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It is my least favorite of the original 3, but I did not see that in the theater. So that I didn't see that or the first one in the theater. But I would love to see that on the big screen.
Yeah, that would freak me out
with the crowd, seeing a lot of that stuff for the first time. I think that would be really cool.
The whole ripping the heart out. Oh gosh. All right. Hedgehog. You walk in, you got these 10 movies. What are you seeing?
For me, it's not even close. And it's not original considering Jesse just went, but it's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. One of the most iconic movies from my childhood. Not my number one favorite. Honestly enough, Last Crusade is probably my favorite Indiana Jones movie. And then Raiders. But growing up, the Indiana Jones movie that I saw the most was Temple of Doom. and there's a lot about it that's still iconic to me. And if I had a chance to go see a movie in the movie theater, it would have to be Temple of Doom. The minecart scene on the big screen would be absolutely incredible. And one of the two greatest movie characters of all time, between Han Solo and Indiana Jones, is in that movie. And all of that will just make me forget about Steven Spielberg's future wife and how much she screams. I would take Temple of Doom.
Yes.
All right. We've got 2 for Temple of Doom. Joe, what are you seeing?
This is probably the toughest one, I think, for me that we've done so far. There's so many good movies on this list. I mean, Indiana Jones is a fantastic movie. I really do like it. But for me, I think I'm going to go to Firestarter.
Oh,
I
right.
just really like that movie. Who, as a kid, didn't want to be able to set people on fire with their mind? I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's the most relatable movie to me.
Yeah, we're
on the
learning
list.
things about Joe tonight.
Wow.
In other news, I might need a new roommate for Legion's Con.
I haven't
All
been a
right.
kid for a really long time. I specifically said as a
You
child.
see you at the fire pit outside, Joe.
Yeah, but no, you know how to do it now.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you will.
All right.
Allen
we,
over
got,
here.
we got 2 for Indiana Jones. We got 1 for Firestarter, 1 for Footloose. Nate, you walk into the theater. It's 1984. What are you seeing?
Boy, my initial thought was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That's, I think, like you guys said, that is my least favorite of the initial 3. And I think a huge part of that is because of this constant screaming. Raiders is maybe my most favorite movie ever. And I just had to share this that I got a couple weekends ago. I met Karen Allen at
awesome.
at the
Nice.
Motor City Comic Con and got her to sign that. But so that being said,
I'm your goddamn partner.
right? She was awesome. I've loved this movie back when it came out so much, and I don't know if I've seen it since. But I would love to go see Romancing the Stone again.
Good movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. I thought, I mean, it reminded me a lot of that kind of Raiders, right? It had a lot of the
100%.
sort of the adventure and the humor and the romance, and yeah, it was great. A lot of fun.
It's definitely one I think I need to go back and rewatch because I haven't seen it, since
I haven't
the
seen
80s.
it in
So,
decades.
Yeah. But good movie. Cool. Bill, what are you seeing?
It's funny because I actually have tickets to go see an old movie next weekend. There's a re-screening of Lord of the Rings, and one of the things I like to do. So I'm going to see Fellowship next Saturday.
Oh, that'd be
and we'll
great to see that on
like
the big
that-
screen.
Old movie?
Well, I mean,
It's like
We're
20
getting
years
old,
old,
20
right?
years old.
Yeah.
It's 20 years.
Yeah.
It's actually
Multiple
more than,
decades
it's
old.
actually more than 20
23 years old in December.
But anyway, like
We're
you know,
old, dude.
I'm gonna go see a movie that's been out for a long time on the big
Yeah.
screen. One thing I like to do when I last time this happened was like 2013. I forget what year it was, but they've done it a few times. I like to indulge in the edibles when I go see it, and so I'm thinking about which movie on here I would most likely like to see in that state. And I think I'm going with Police Academy on this one
Nice.
because honestly,
Definitely in that state.
I'll say this: like Footloose is probably the movie on this list I've seen the most. I've definitely seen that movie more than any of these others, just because it was just on repeat in the '90s. It was on TV on repeat all the time. But Police Academy is probably the funniest of all these movies. So I'd be going to see Police Academy.
Yeah, I mean it's a great list. I think you could pretty much go to almost any of these with the exception of maybe Breaking, and see a good movie.
Even Greystoke, like that's kind of a deeper cut, but like that's not that bad. Like there's nothing really bad on this list. if you
No,
really
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
we had-
16 Candles. You can't go wrong with a John Hughes movie.
Oh my god, that's actually a good. That might be funnier actually than Police Academy. Well, now that I think of it, like that movie is really good.
It's funny. I
will-
just worked with an actress who is on a show with Anthony Michael Hall, So I had to ask her what it was like, and she just said, anytime he comes on set, there's such great reverence, around him.
Interesting.
Yeah, nice.
Just some folks in the chat. We got Guaisagui says Temple of Doom, definitely. Motu Guru says Romance of the Stone is underrated.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's see. He also says Natural's a classic.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen The Natural. I just know
it's really good.
It's a great movie. I was real close to picking that one.
It's okay.
I'll
tell you a side note, real quick side note here.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life. 4 for 4 Philly sports. I love playing fantasy sports. Sports movies are not very good usually. There's not that many sports movies that I actually like. The only one I can think of that I like is Major League.
I thought you were going to say Happy Gilmore. And I was
I love Happy
I feel
Gilmore.
like that one counts.
If it counts, that's there too.
I would say, well, first of all, are you counting like Rocky as a sports movie? Because if so, like,
yeah,
I think
that's
you got
great.
to.
That's
I think you got to.
there.
Yeah, those are great.
But like
I think
Hoosier,
Remember the Titans
no
is
thanks.
amazing. Remember the Titans is just a classic.
Field of Dreams. Would you count that as a sports movie?
I don't care what you count it as. I'm not interested.
I would count it as a sports movie, but it's not one that does a lot for me.
I like Field of Dreams.
I had it too.
People consider it a classic. It's not for me.
Yeah. But I would say in general, you're right. But I think there's some that stand out that are good ones. So
it's funny. My son and I were just, my 13-year-old and I were just having that conversation earlier today. I forget what movie it was, but he's like, I thought you would like that movie. You're such a big sports fan. And I'm like, I got to be honest with you. I love sports, but I'd rather watch real sports. I'm not as much into the movie part of it, except for Major League.
Yeah. What about Mighty Ducks? Would you count that as a sports movie? I'm pushing it now.
Probably, but
I mean, Hoosiers
is the Sandlot a sports movie? Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, Sandlot's good.
Yeah,
Hoosiers.
I don't like Hoosiers. No.
Wow.
No thanks.
Moneyball. Rudy. How about Rudy?
Moneyball's
like Rudy.
good.
No thanks.
Moneyball's good.
Moneyball. Yeah, that's
I like
great.
Draft Day too. Draft Day is good. It's unrealistic, but it's good.
Bore me to tears. Goodness gracious.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the thing.
No, you're
I'll say
fine.
my
Caddyshack?
favorite sports movies. Pride of the Yankees.
Mhm.
It's a classic. It's the Lou Gehrig story.
Yeah, black and white.
Yeah. Gary Cooper. It's good. And Real Steel.
Okay. I don't know that I'd consider that
It's a boxing movie.
it's
If
a
you're counting
robot
Rocky,
boxing
if you're
movie.
counting Rocky,
But
Real
Rocky
Steel
is two men out in the ring boxing. That is a sport.
The culmination of the
Robot
Rocky
boxing
movies are
is not a
boxing.
sport.
Yeah.
it's a sport.
What's your favorite Rocky movie?
Me? Or everyone?
Everyone, sure.
5. I'm kidding.
Wow. Dead to
Rocky
me.
1 for me. The first
Four is a legitimate answer.
I think
I
it
actually
depends
really
on the mood
Four
that
is a
I'm in.
nostalgia answer.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
It really depends on the mood that I'm in because they're different feels for me.
Do you consider 2 to be a cop out?
No, 2 I think is a comedy. 2 has some of the best one-liners of any of 2 has me in tears. I'm laughing so hard, especially like that first hospital scene and stuff. Yeah, he's got some great one-liners in it. 1 obviously is the drama. 3, I feel like if anything's a sellout, it's 3 because you got the whole Mr. T, you got Hogan in it. It's just basically for ratings, but it's cool. And then 4 is like a motivational. Like if you want to work out, like you watch 4. 4 is like, yeah, you want to hit. You want to go to the gym. You want to go start chopping some wood.
I consider it to be a quintessential 80s movies insofar as if there's a show like Family Guy or something else that's going to use tropes from an 80s movies, they're probably going to pull 5 of them from Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Just an endlessly beautiful bubblegum, wonderfully cartoonish movie?
My daughter had to do a paper for school on the Cold War, and I made her watch Rocky IV and do her paper on how Rocky stopped the Cold War. And I think she got like a B+ on it. But yeah, I was like, Rocky single-handedly stopped the Cold War. He made the Russians care about an American. So
as a teacher, Bill, I know you're an English teacher, right?
Yeah.
So this might not be an assignment you might get back, but a kid comes back to you with an assignment and does it in the motif of Rocky IV. What's your reaction to it? Do you appreciate the approach, the creativity?
Yeah,
what's your deal there?
There's a wide range of quality that can come out of a concept like that. So it would all have to come down to the writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll also throw out The Greatest Game. I don't like golf, but I thought that was a really, really good movie.
I don't know which one is that.
Here's a sports movie.
Shia LaBeouf's golf,
counts.
1930s or something.
Yeah.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. The Thunderdome is a sport, right? Is that a sport?
I'm sure it is. Yes. If we're including golf, though, I love Tin Cup.
If we're including golf, we got to include Mad
Kevin
Max
Costner was
Thunderdome.
that Tin Cup was amazing.
Bill, did you say if we're including golf, we have to include Mad Max?
We got to include Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, then Happy Gilmore would be
Happy
number
Gilmore. That's like the top of my list right there.
Yeah.
Like that.
And if we're going to include Happy Gilmore, we got to include Billy Madison or Waterboy.
Waterboy counts. Yeah, Waterboy.
Yeah.
Just any Adam Sandler movie. Was it Little
Basketball.
Nicky centered around basketball?
Yeah. Then you got to include Caddyshack.
Basketball.
Oh yeah, Caddyshack works.
Funny flick
for sure.
Airbud.
We've totally proven, Hedgehog, that you're wrong.
If you can dodge a cinder block, you can dodge a ball.
I feel like we've beaten this horse dead, except for the fact that we haven't talked about horse racing movies enough. So maybe we should add that.
Come on.
Yeah.
That proves my point. They made a horse racing movie. Good Lord.
Yeah.
We did mention some good ones.
Color of Money. Yeah. I mean,
is that billiards? Yeah, that's
that counts. We're gonna count that.
Race car movies, like Days of Thunder. Is that a sports movie?
Yeah.
I'm dropping the hammer.
Then Rush. That was a sweet race car movie recently.
The Need for Speed.
Oh, Ricky Bobby.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Wake up in the morning and piss excellence. So.
We've had hits.
Little baby Jesus.
That's his favorite version, you know.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Jesse,
Curtis.
I don't know if you've got anything because you weren't, prepared to be on, but you got anything for Event Horizon? Anything that we should be looking forward to? Any previews that you've seen? Stuff coming up that we should be aware of?
Well, I know everybody knows Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out, and they just dropped the very special popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
Which I'm not a huge popcorn fan, and just the idea of these buckets is just completely unhinged at this point. Thanks, Dune 2. But the video is great with like Deadpool's little hand, just brushing across the side of the Wolverine face, and then just all the popcorn falling on it.
The butter,
and then the melted butter dripping down the head.
I was trying not to think about that. Thanks.
Yeah.
New stuff. I don't really have anything super ready for otherwise Event Horizon. Nope. That's it.
Okay. I did, I talked last week, but I saw Furiosa. Great movie. It's got really good Rotten Tomato scores for both the critics and the audience, but it's just not doing super hot at the theater because people just aren't going out to the theaters right now. But if you want to see a great movie theater experience movie, Furiosa, I would highly recommend it. I think you would enjoy it. Just one of those that, on a big screen with the surround sound really hits. So highly recommend. Yeah. Joe, I know sometimes you have a few that maybe we might have missed on Event Horizon. You got anything that you've seen? That's
Yeah, I
coming
was I was racking my brain, but I worked long hours this whole week, so I didn't really dig into anything. So,
Joe's
yeah,
looking forward to a day off. That's his Event Horizon.
Yes, that's. Yeah,
I'm
there it
looking
is in
forward to the
distance.
new Star Wars Acolyte series coming out. I think it's next week.
Yeah, that's
Oh, is
next
that
week.
is that
Tuesday.
really?
Even I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
excited for that.
Yeah, that should be fun.
I've been reading. I haven't read everything because there's a lot of it, but I've been reading High Republic. It's pretty good. It's like a pretty good little like sub genre of Star Wars books and comics and stuff. So it's good stuff.
Good.
Awesome.
Right on.
Well, I got one more thing before we just kind of close this out. I know sometimes Bill does this, does like a post on his Dork Lair collector group, which, by the way, if you're not on that on Facebook and you collect toys, what are you doing? Like, get in there because it's a great place to be. But he usually does a post where it's kind of like, what are you looking for this weekend? So is there something that you guys are on the hunt for this weekend? I'll start with Jesse and we'll work our way around. Jesse, you got anything you're looking for?
What? Sorry,
Anything
I
you're looking
saw
for this
Eric's.
weekend?
I was
Were you answering his
not
question about
specific.
-1?
I still need to. Yeah. There's no. So I'll say that, Eric. There's no, as of early May, there was no official date for a U.S. release on Godzilla -1.
Best movie
There's
of the
a
year
Japanese
last year.
release with no English subtitles at the moment. So I like when movies take longer to come out on video than like, oh, it's just in the theater 2 months ago. Like,
Yeah, I hear that.
like it doesn't need to be like a year and a half. Like, I remember signing up for a wait list for like Braveheart and like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But I'd say the two things I'm looking for aren't toys or anything. I'm looking for the Steelbook of Dune 2 and the Steelbook of Guardians 3.
Oh, okay. Nice. Hedgehog, anything you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm still on the lookout for Street Fighter Dalsim. I've never seen a Street Fighter figure in the stores and the Target anyway. I've seen Ryu at FYE, but I think that was pretty marked
Is
up.
this one of the Jada ones?
Yeah, well, the Jada Toys, Street Fighter figures. Dalsim's the only one I really want. And then the second thing, just gave the mission to my wife too. Walmart exclusive, Turtles of a Grayskull Merman. That thing looks absolutely incredible.
That's the one that's like translucent.
Yep, and he has a fishtail that you can swap in and out, and he's like sparkling and shiny and translucent and ridiculous.
Yeah, it almost
it
kind of looks like a mermaid tail kind of thing.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's Turtles of Grayskull, but it has nothing to do with turtles. I guess it's Merman if he got exposed to ooze. I don't know.
There's a comic coming out.
Oh, there's a okay, yeah. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just know he looks ridiculous, and I love it.
Gotcha. All right, Joe, you got anything you're looking for this weekend?
There's this Horseman pre-order that just came up that I'm pretty excited about. No,
Really?
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Ooh.
I'm hunting for swigs, I guess, is the only real hunting I'm doing.
Oh, I have a swig head for you, Joe.
Wait. Oh, sweet. Cool. Thanks, Justin.
Nice.
Appreciate it. I'm usually just waiting to see, if something pops up. I rarely look for specific things, but I need a lot of swig. So I'll be keeping an eye on those over the weekend for sure.
All right. Nate, what about you? You got anything you're hunting?
Nothing toy wise. I'm just looking for time. I'm just ready for a break. Last weekend was chock full of family stuff and preparing for that and then doing it. I'm just ready for a chill weekend.
Nice.
Gotcha. I understand that. Bill, this is your thing, your post, your idea. What are you hunting for?
Not much. So one of the things I've been kind of on a lookout for is if I see it at Target and it's like an impulse buy, I may pick up the NECA, like the sarcophagus that NECA has, the Egyptian sarcophagus. Like, I'm not going to go ordering it online or anything, but if I kind of come across it just casually in a store, I may pick it up. I was on the hunt this morning and I scored tickets to Jane's Addiction, which is like the rare unicorn situation of like a concert on a Friday night at like a venue that's close and it's like convenient, and it's just like old man situation where it's like a perfect storm of awesomeness where I can go see a show. So yeah, I got some Jane's Addiction tickets today, so I'm pumped
Nice.
about that.
Neat.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Well,
yeah.
for me, this probably should come as no surprise, but after Hedgehog showed them earlier, I've got to try to find some vac metal Silverhawks. So thank you, and I also am mad at you. So,
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
well, folks, it's been fun. You know, great Horseman Wave. Definitely go out there and get on that pre-order. Find the ones that you like. If you can't do them all or you don't like them all, just get the ones you like. But
It's okay. Yeah.
there's something out there for everybody. So find something, place your order, and it'll be fun. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you joining. It was a ton of fun. And until next time, see you on the OffWorld.